Are we live?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, put your headphones on.
Because we ate. Eat that.
Because we ate.
Yep.
I don't think we're alive because we ate.
Yep. Our ancestors ate, and now we're alive.
He's right.
This music is crazy, cray.
Logic
System
holds up.
Shock 2.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you guys did a reaction to System Shock 3?
I didn't even know
Indeed.
that was a thing. I missed it.
Yeah.
I saw our video when I was like, what? Damn it!
Yeah.
That's so mad.
Sorry, Aaron.
Well, before we get started with anything else, we got to thank Lenny for getting us donuts for the stream. Thank you, Lenny. And thank you to Bob
Thank
for
you,
bringing
Lenny.
them.
Thank you.
Yes.
She actually wanted to make sure we were all here,
Ow.
and she did tell me what it was.
Yeah.
I did not expect donuts. That's so. Thank you, Lenny.
It's treat
Thank you,
stream,
Lenny.
so you have to eat, Shane.
Well, you know
You
what?
gotta
All
eat.
right. What am I going to pick for my first donut?
Honest to God.
You already had one, Eric. Huh?
You had one.
Really? I was waiting until we started. did you really have one?
No, yeah, I had one.
He's a monster.
Well, thank you so much, Lenny. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Lenny.
Yeah.
Fucking love cake.
Yes, cake. Although I do love filled, which
I don't like cake
believe
donuts,
this is
but this is so good.
blueberry.
I'm
All
claiming
right.
this for later.
So, yes, those donuts look delicious.
If someone wants halves on this, just let me know.
Yes. Could it be? It is.
What? Whoa, it's blue.
Is it chocolate?
It's blueberry.
Oh, blueberry?
Fuck
Got
yeah.
Blueberry.
Oh, that's a good angle, Rick.
How did that happen?
Ninja Turtles. That's
Wow.
All right. So we didn't have a podcast last week. So what was everybody's favorite moment of the last 2 weeks?
It wasn't really a moment. It was a more long and drawn out and arduous task of moving my girlfriend to Ohio.
Yeah. So you got
18-hour drive.
you got
against her will too. That was
No.
that was the hardest part. She
It
was
was
kicking,
against her cat's
she
will
was
for
kicking and
sure, but-
screaming.
But no, that went pretty well.
Yeah, that's good. So you got a new place
Yep.
and a roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And 2 cats.
And
I
2
hear
cats now.
So the,
Yes.
the cats, you were telling me the other day, you were waiting for the cats to see if they would get along.
Yes,
They
and
would
they now do.
Get along.
They've
They get
gotten
along.
Okay.
Not like that.
Make sure you get 2 litter
This is
boxes,
friendship.
man.
It's more like this rather than
They're banging?
No, they're not this. No. Just
Eric, is that what you do?
next to each other.
I do that.
Is that why it's so loud?
What do you mean?
Like when we go to conventions?
Well, this?
Yeah.
I don't do this while I'm doing it.
I'm rooming next to him and his girlfriend. I just hear, you know,
Yeah.
It's,
well,
it's all the noise that you make. They're banging on the wall to get you to stop so they can sleep.
maybe.
yes, that's what it is.
But yeah.
You know, my
the
vet
cats
told
get along.
Good.
That's good.
Awesome. Now.
my vet told me that the best thing to do for cats, honestly, is you should have 2 litter boxes, like for 1 cat, well, and definitely 2 for 2.
2 for 1?
Yeah, she said that's what she does. Like not everyone does that, but yeah.
That's a deal.
I don't think it is.
Well, yeah, it's like a game. They get to choose. I don't know. Why 2 for 1?
Especially if you have males, it's just the
Yeah.
best thing to do. So
Yeah.
they don't, you know, what I mean, like sometimes if you have males, they'll piss everywhere.
Yeah.
So they
Even
don't
when-
piss competitively.
Yeah.
Mark their territory and
yeah.
The
So-
worst thing,
Bros.
I've had 2 male cats where they try to outpiss each other in my house. It's terrible.
I'll piss both of you.
Yeah, you show them. They start
pissing in
pissing
the-
all over the place.
Are you saying 2 for 2 cats or 2 litter boxes for 1 cat?
He's saying 2
2
for
for
1
one.
cat.
And
Definitely
two for
2 if you have 2 cats.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
mean,
Because I understood that, like, out pissing each other. But the 2 for 1 cat seems like...
You should get 4.
Like, I don't need 1 bath in my house.
my
I don't
Aunt
need to
Cheryl
have
had
2.
4 cats, has 5 litter boxes.
If you get
That's
4,
fine.
Yeah,
then
but
you can have them in every corner of the house, and then they can literally mark their territory.
if your house is a square,
Any rectangular.
What, you live in a
rectangular
lighthouse?
show.
Yeah, circle house?
He's living in the Vatican.
there's multiple fucking quarters.
Then
in
you
this
just
place.
do the top and the bottom.
That's funny. I already told these guys, but I was attacked by the skunk again in the last 2 weeks.
This is a good story.
Which I
Good choice to make
I
happy,
had
by the way.
previously said on the podcast that a skunk had come up to where I sit when I have like a smoke out back at my house. A skunk had come up silently because I'm on my phone, but I have my headphone on, so it's silent. And the skunk had come very close and looked at me, and it ran. You know, I ran around it and ran off. It was close, you know. But this time, I was out there. I was silent.
Slap it.
Every once in a while, okay, I want to do it.
Rick's blocking it.
Damn it, Rick!
Oh,
Do it again.
sorry.
Now they don't know what we were doing, and it sounded so weird.
Like I'm right here, you just heard a smacking.
Anyway, so I'm sitting out back, and again, like sometimes I'm like, I'm kind of worried about it now. So I like stamp my feet every once in a while, just make sure something knows I'm here, because there's been like a deer had just like been like 5 steps away from me before, and I'll just hear something, I'll turn around and it'll look at me like, like, what the hell? I didn't know you were there. Apparently I'm just really silent. Anyway,
You're a human?
so I'm sitting out back. It's pitch black. I'm back in my seat, and I see/feel what I think is like a cat. Cats, when they do that thing and they just go against you. I thought it was
That sounded terrible.
I know. They did that thing, and I thought like, oh my god, it's a cat, because surely a skunk would never be this close. It was a skunk.
You were wrong.
Okay. I looked down. I saw the white fucking slash. The white streak, the stripe. 2 white stripes. It was a bigger skunk too. The last one was like a kid,
No, this is the same one, just grown up.
I don't think it's the same one. I think someone ran over the last one. It was not me, but I think someone ran that one over. And it
I
stunk
remember,
forever.
like, after you told that story,
Yeah.
one time I was going to the bowling alley, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's terrible smell.
Yeah. So anyway, this thing is right beside me. I'm sitting there. I have a cigar in my hand, and the last one didn't really notice. And I just ran around it and went inside. This one, it like goes right beside me, and slowly looks up, and I'm looking right at it, and it like hunches its back, and it starts to back up like and shake, and it's like that. And I'm sitting there like, okay, what do I do?
How
Like,
are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm in absolute panic, but completely zoned out. I'm just like, like this. But in my head, I'm going, ah! Like, it was terrible. And as opposed to last time, it was like further over here. So I just like got up and went inside. But this one is blocking. If I get up any direction, it's right here, If I get up and try to go this way, if I jump out the back, it's just going to be like, oh, you're dead, or you're going to stink.
You're dead.
Dead. Might as well be dead if you stay
Might as well.
His acid piss.
I would almost rather be
So
dead.
I sat there for like, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. And this thing's like I every second of that 20 seconds, I think it's just going to spray me. It's just going to bring its ass over its head and spray. But it like slowly, but it wouldn't like leave. And then just in a sheer like adrenaline just went through my body, and I threw my cigar at his face. And it's like, ah, and then I just ran for the house and shut the door and never went outside.
You feel like Scar did the Simba on
Pretty
Pride,
much, yeah.
on Pride Rock.
And it like gets this,
Your Majesty!
It made the sound when Vader's flipping down the stairs in Return of the Jedi. Ah!
I don't know where it went. I don't know if I heard it. If I did, I'm sorry.
It has one eye
But like,
now.
I just went like, and I just ran.
You're gonna come back and you're gonna see how the skunk is gonna have one eye.
Yeah.
It's gonna look at you. It's gonna get your ass, dude.
He's
Like
gonna be like
Slade
climbing
Wilson.
up your,
You
climbing up your
killed my
screen
father.
windows and
You
stuff.
took my eye.
There was a skunk outside the Lafayette
There was.
during WaveCon.
Yep.
I know this because Lenny, who got us the donuts, they don't have skunks over there.
Yeah.
And she go, cute, a skunk.
They are cute.
And I'm like, what do you mean? So she's like walking,
Oh.
like kind of towards it.
Oh no.
Like it's like from here to the wall.
Has she not seen Bambi?
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, those things spray. And she, yeah, I know. But she doesn't have a concept of how bad it
How
stinks.
bad it stinks.
Well,
How strong it
and
is.
like,
it
you
can
should've-
a
you should've
mile
let her
away.
educate herself.
And to me, like here to the wall is too close. I can't imagine how you felt. Okay, so this wall is like 20 feet away. Okay, and she's like walking slowly, and to me that's already too close. Like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm gonna get right next to it. I'm like, these things when they spray, it's like 2 blocks.
Yeah. They don't. People don't understand, man. It's
And
like
It was adorable.
not
because
only is it so,
It's an Avengers level event
It
when one
is.
sprays.
when one
It's so
sprays,
bad.
it is so awful. Like just my dog got sprayed when I was younger, and I've told the story a million times, but it woke me up. And my dad was going, God damn it! I just heard him screaming, Lena! Yelling, get the fucking tomato juice!
Amari in chat says you just need to quit smoking.
I know that would help too, or
Yeah.
just kill it. No, I won't do that.
I also have a skunk story.
Yeah.
Although it's a little long.
Okay.
Tell it.
Well,
Yeah. All right. So eat some donuts while I get into this.
Okay.
So for the last, it feels like forever, but I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks. My
Yes.
parents have been in and out of the hospital.
Yes.
So
Okay.
it started with my dad,
Yeah.
who ruptured his spleen.
Yeah, that was tough, man. That's
Yeah.
tough.
So he went in and they put some coils in it, repaired
Mm-hmm.
it. He went home, and then mom started having stomach pains 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
and she had to go to the hospital, and her appendix needed to be taken out.
Ruptured appendix.
It didn't quite rupture,
Okay.
thankfully, but so she had to have her appendix taken out. And while she was in the hospital having that done, Dad came back into the hospital and had to get his spleen taken out. Yeah.
Removed.
Entirely?
Entirely.
Shit.
Yeah. So they're both in the hospital.
Yeah.
And Mom keeps running a fever, so they won't let her go. And it's like day 3 when she's only supposed to be there like a day, pretty much a day and a night. And she wants to have a walk outside. So she sneaks out of the hospital
Okay.
and starts walking outside. She walks up the hill towards where like this dumpster is.
Yeah.
Because it's like on a hill and there's a really nice view. And so she's holding like her guts in, basically, to make sure it doesn't like jiggle around too much.
Or like tear stitches.
And she gets up there and she's taking in the view. And she hears something. And then she turns her head and she sees a skunk.
That's the thing.
Head level?
That's the thing about skunks, because you hear
man.
something and you look over and you're expecting cat, groundhog, something that, you know, in a fight, I will beat this, but you can't beat stink. You know, you can't not be stinky.
And so she's thinking, what happens if I get sprayed? I can't go back in the hospital. Like, they might not let me back in the hospital if I get sprayed.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? So she just grabs her stomach and just starts booking it
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious.
down the hill.
Runs down the hill. Like if she tripped or something.
Okay,
Everything
like
was just falling out.
here's the thing. Okay, obviously, I feel very bad for your mother and that she had to go through that. But if she fell and like blew open, and somebody came like 3 minutes later to like where'd that person go? And they look and there's a skunk and a woman with just her stomach ripped open, and it's just like they'd be like, it's happening.
Everything you said before the butt was bullshit. Your mom's a great woman. I felt really bad for her, but
No, I'm
and you
just
said all
saying,
this
like,
stuff.
I'm going to be making fun of
Yeah,
a situation that is very serious.
yeah. No, that's oh my god.
So I had to take my mom back into the hospital today because she wasn't allowed to drive.
Yeah.
She can drive now. They're both home.
Okay,
Dad's
that's
still in rough shape, but
Yeah.
they're getting better.
That's good, because, I mean, that was a 1-2 punch there with your parents. That sucked. But, yeah, I mean, what happened to me, like, 2 weeks ago? It still kind of rattles me.
Yeah.
There's something about, like, realizing it's a skunk.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
like,
like-
it's a visceral
It's
feeling
worse
of,
than
like,
a snake.
yeah, it is, because I can deal with a snake. Can't deal with a skunk,
It's like feeling a gun barrel poke you in the back.
Yeah.
Like
Or dick.
Like, even if it misses,
Another avenue.
it's going to stink. My house is going to stink for weeks.
Even if you kill it,
Yeah.
it's still going to stink your house for weeks.
Right. If you puncture this, yeah.
Did you see when Jancy said, and you made fun of her for stomping to scare a mouse away?
That was funny.
And you were stomping to scare a skunk away?
Oh yeah, I have like a stick by my chair that I'll just like beat on the ground every once in a while just to make sure if
Hey,
anything's here, there's a man here with tools.
Tools.
and opposable thumbs.
Many leather-bound books.
You should have fire like Mowgli.
I should. I should.
Yeah.
He did. He threw it at the skunk.
Yeah.
It's like Jay.
Mowgli threw it at a skunk.
No,
Eric
I said
did.
he
Oh.
did. He had a fire. He threw it at the
did think-
skunk.
They're not in India.
I
was
felt
gonna
like
say-
it was like in the heat of the moment, like when you're just in the zone, because I felt like it just hit him square in the nose. Like I was like, "Phew," and it's like,
But you
got him. You know?
You're so fast and quick then.
I was just like,
so agile.
Yeah, it's just like my body needed to be perfect in that moment, and it was.
I tell you
when
what.
it called, it was like when a mother saving a child. Lifting, that was me.
Except you were
Lifting the
just
car.
saving yourself.
Yeah, it was like James McAvoy and wanted.
You like I flung it at the door and it bounced off and hit him in the butthole and scared him away.
I thought you were gonna say I flung out the door and it went inside and my house burned down. And then it
And you're
sprayed
still
me.
trapped there.
Do skunks have any natural predators or in this area?
I mean, coyotes.
I mean, anything will kill it. It's just
Yeah.
that they generally stay away from it.
Stay away.
They don't have a lot of fear.
You spray it once, and then the animal for the rest of his life knows,
Or,
and the children know.
like dogs, they hate them. And whenever they smell a skunk, they go ballistic.
Because they're worried.
That happened with our German Shepherd.
Well,
He got sprayed right in the face as it like he was trying to scare the skunk away because it was in our yard and he was like posturing and like running up to it and everything. He wasn't going to do anything, but the skunk sprayed him right in the face. And from then on, whenever he even got a hint of a whiff
Yeah.
of skunk, he was just so
Well-
angry. He was like ripping his cage apart trying to get out and kill
you
it.
got to imagine the experience because they say like the way that we can smell and identify, like, because when you smell a skunk, you're like, that's a skunk. That's not, you're not like, it's garbage or it's sewage. It's like, no, that's
Maybe
a
it's
skunk.
bad pot.
Yeah.
How do you
Maybe.
describe a skunk smell?
Or good pot.
Really strong. Really
That's what I was
strong
trying to
pot.
do to this girl. I was
Yeah.
like, what? It's not poop. It's something.
It's like
You can't describe.
It's a sharp smell. Like
Yeah.
it hits you. And you're like, oh, fuck.
It hits you right in the middle
Yeah.
of your nose, like
Yeah.
in the back of your skull, like, and also like at the pit of your stomach.
Does.
What's worse though, a skunk smell or the sulfur of hell that comes out of Shane sometimes?
Well, especially in 2008.
Right?
Yeah, dude. I was eating a lot of like starchy
Sulfur of
carbohydrates.
Yeah.
But the sulfur.
like the other day when I
dissipates.
shit back here and you guys were just, you couldn't let it go. Like, I'm just thinking like all the times I couldn't let it go. Like, I guess it's worth it.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is that, like, the way that we can identify a skunk, like, it's a skunk immediately, and it's so far away, they say that's, like, almost the exact way that dogs can identify everything, including
Yeah.
humans. Like the way I know that's a skunk, a dog knows that's Eric.
Yeah.
So imagine the dog smelling the skunk. Like, it's like must getting punched in the nose or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, their noses, they have 15 times the sensory capability that our noses do.
It's
Yeah.
like Clark Kent when he's first learning his super hearing.
Exactly.
He can't control
yeah.
it.
Or he's running, he ends up like 7 states away.
Zod was freaking out.
Yeah.
But as far as my favorite thing of the week, I think it'd have to be Heave Ho last week,
Heave Ho was a lot of fun.
which I didn't get to play the first time. But I had a good time watching you guys.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah.
And then I played the second time. I was on the floor. I laughed until I cried.
I know.
Rick, was it you that did the pause
It was
thing?
me.
Were you trying to
No.
help, or did you do that on purpose?
I did it on accident.
I was so mad at the time, but when I went back and watched it, that's a pretty great clip.
'Cause I was
I
watching
need
it.
to watch that.
I was watching it and stuff, and I'm like, what happened here? Like, was it? And I look at one point, and it looks like you go like, and like you like double take back. He's like, wait, what button did I hit?
Yeah. Shane is he's coming over. We're all at the goal, and Shane has on a balloon. He's heading this way, and then something happens where like he just doesn't let go of the balloon. So I grab the balloon to try to keep it there so that Shane can get off, and then we all stay on.
At one point, like he's on the main balloon.
Yeah.
He falls off it, but then he grabs a hold of the like the string.
The string.
So he's just
Oh,
floating
yeah?
by the string, and then Eric reaches up and grabs the balloon.
So he gets
string.
He gets in
Yeah.
the goal, and I grab the balloon, and I start getting sent away where I don't want to go. I'm like, Shane, get me! And then I'm thinking like, all right, but we can still fix this. I can let go, maybe someone can grab me, and then someone hits the pause button, and it pauses. And we're like, what happened?
It's not the pause button.
Well, whatever
it's
it
the
is.
other button. So there's like an
The home
overlay
button.
screen.
Yeah.
But the game is still
So
playing.
the game's still going. So I have no control. I just watch myself die. And I'm saying, no!
Do you remember which one it was?
It's on this level.
It's on like,
Shane, yeah, that one. See? Yeah. See the time?
Yeah, we'll show the clip, everybody, as much as we can.
I need to see this.
Yeah, it's a 32-second clip, and actually, I haven't tested for this. Pause.
Can't
No, I hear
No
it.
video.
Yeah, I know. I don't think this is gonna work. I'll be right back.
Turn your laptop around. Oh, you mean they can't see it?
Yeah,
either.
they
Okay.
can't see it either.
Okay.
Turn your laptop around.
I thought it was just we couldn't see it.
This is it. So
Calvin,
like,
these electrify, and they like it goes from like 1 to 1 to 1.
so if you're
It's cool
holding
hard.
on to one of them when they zap, you just die.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Fucking Eric.
Okay, so here's Shane. He's got the balloon.
You good, Shane? Come on, Shane.
Look at Aaron.
Now rewind it and watch Rick during it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch Rick. Okay, I'm watching Rick. Watching his hands.
It's once he gets close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's looking at chat right now.
Yep.
And then Rick's like, what? Oh, what? Oh, button hit. Wait, what? like,
Guilty motherfucker!
he does like this wiggle, like, I'm going to help. I save him, you know?
No, he tenses up like he's trying to fart.
He hits the button and then.
What have I done?
It's so funny.
Oh my god.
so good.
I was watching, I'm like, fucking Rick did it, didn't he? I'm like, I didn't do it. And my other thought was like, well, either Shane or Eric in like the midst of trying to save whoever. But yeah,
One of my
such a
favorite
fun
parts.
party game. I love
It is. One of my favorite parts of that actually was before that all went down off camera. I spilled marinara sauce. And like I was looking for the marinara sauce. Like, okay, it's right there. I'm glad it's there, so I don't have to.
so I don't have to watch out for it.
So, yeah. So now I won't wreck into it and make a mess. And I was like doing that, and I was grabbing shit over here, looking like at this marinara sauce, smiling. And then fucking lo and behold, there's marinara sauce from last week right there still. So it fell and hits the ground, explodes out.
It fell in
like a triangle.
It's like a scene from Dexter.
Yeah, it explodes and hits a carpet, the white carpet. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then Rick sees it, and this is like a minute before we go live. You're right? He just starts
Well,
laughing.
I'm actually filming a video to put on
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah, yeah.
And I just look over, and they're like, what's happening? You know, it happened while I was filming.
Yeah, yeah. And, it was just funny.
That was a good moment.
It
That
was
was
a
a Heave Ho moment
Yeah.
before Heave Ho.
What happened over here?
Was it in the video? Like,
It was in the YouTube
No,
video.
well, it happens, and then I go over and we see him, and it's just everywhere.
okay.
Yeah, we also had the local Stonewall Festival in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, which I went to, had a good time.
No, you went to
Yeah.
that?
I didn't go to it.
Where'd you
at
go?
all.
For the fireworks, I was up on Harmer Hill.
Okay.
I love going
nice.
up there. Ever since we did it for the video that we did for them, like it's
Yeah.
the best place to see everything for me.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I had a friend actually who is like, the house right by Lookout Park? I had a friend who, his parents lived in that house.
Yeah.
So we used to go on the porch. But I actually was here at the Wave Cave with my family. My mom came. She just called me. She had a cell phone, which I didn't know she had one of those either.
Oh,
yeah,
weird.
yeah, your dad got it for me.
Huh.
And she kind of knows how to use it, but it's usually my son calling me. Say,
Is
Dad.
it a smartphone?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think. It's not that smart, at least.
Gotcha. Right.
It's not an iPhone, at least, But when we were here, she started cleaning one of the toilets because she was like, "Oh, this part looks weird. It looks like it needs clean." So
Yeah.
we're watching the fireworks. She's down here scrubbing. Like, what are you doing, woman? You're 7 years old. Get your ass on the roof now.
Yeah.
Get your ass on the
And she's like,
roof.
no, I ain't walking up those stairs.
Yeah.
And then she started doing it, started shaking the bottom. Why? Shady! It was kind of funny. Shady! She goes, oh, I'll go to, ooh, Jenny. Like, that's how she is when she's mad.
Tell you what, though, I did go during the day, one of the days, for lunch, because I wanted to get
A Bloomin' Onion.
a Bloomin' Onion.
Fuck yeah.
And as I was doing it, don't think I wasn't looking around.
That
For
little
that
kid?
No, for you.
Oh,
Because at one time, Aaron said, like, I'm going to follow around and I'm going to go over and, like, knock it out of your hand or be like, Mister, get on camera and everybody will see how fat you are. Or whatever you said.
Yeah.
So I got it and I was kind of like,
I don't think I said half those words, but I like
No,
that that's
no.
how you took it. You're like, he's
and I was kind of, I was kind of like just eating it like there. I didn't like walk it anywhere to eat it, I can only have like half of it though.
Will you keep
They're
your eye
so
out?
fucking big.
Were you keeping your eye out for bikers?
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to tell a story about that?
Yeah.
We have that. Before we get too far, I want to show these Heave Ho memes.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Okay. Who wants the door?
Okay.
Calvin?
Calvin is getting the door.
Calvin is the
Okay.
perfect position to get it.
Thank you, Calvin.
So we have one here just like the Gracies. Calvin, Rick,
poke
Aaron,
me.
Eric, and then Shane just watching us all die.
That's so good.
I mean, I know that's, what the fuck?
Robin?
Yeah, but I just...
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell. Like,
From Batman.
yeah, is that what the scene's from?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
That was
see,
the
all
whole-
see the Robin outfits there?
Yeah.
That was the whole Grayson joke that happened.
Okay.
Guys, we're going to be like the Graysons. Ready? Let's go.
The Graysons died.
What?
Well, because he's also in Vertical Limit.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah, so it looked kind of like blue, like the blue background. I thought was like icy,
I did
Yeah.
love the one
and he's literally climbing mountains. So
where you guys were playing it, and I was like moving the cameras around, but I also occasionally put text on the screen.
Yeah.
At one point, Shane was just here, and you guys were all like working.
Yeah.
I just put like Shane thinks it's helping,
That's funny. That's good.
and then there was this one.
nice,
good.
nice.
Oh
All right, but go on.
I'm talking about
Something about a motorcycle.
the bike drama stuff.
Bicycle.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anything came of it, but
No,
Ooh,
but like
pizza, too.
everyone was so
Hell,
scared.
damn.
Thank you.
Like,
We're gonna save
apparently,
these.
yeah.
There was a lot of fear going around Facebook that
There
there was
was
like
a
these
lot of
biker
fear.
gangs that were going to show up and start fighting.
Well,
at the
apparently there
Stonewall
was some
Festival.
kind of altercation where the police had to be involved by these two rival motorcycle gangs.
But that was like,
They don't even know from around
but
here.
that was
They're
like a month or two ago
Yeah.
at the Riverfront Roar.
yeah,
at a
at the
different
Riverfront
event.
Roar, different event. So then, like, the police had heard these rumors about 2 or more gangs showing up, and they were afraid of gang violence on the streets of Marietta with motorcycles. I imagine, like, them like jousting. But
Like
Jousting.
we used to do as kids.
yeah, exactly.
Bicycles and broom handles.
Exactly.
Yeah, put them in the spokes.
Yeah. So,
dirty.
but nothing ended up coming of it. I didn't see a single like motorcycle club member at all the entire time.
Maybe they're undercover.
Maybe they probably were.
Undercover.
Like they rip off their Walmart clothes, it's all leather and shit and chains.
Yeah.
Like a gimp.
It could be a gimp.
They had a thing
Even if
there
it's
this
speaking
year
loose.
where it was like it's like a 100-second hang challenge. Did you guys see that?
I saw that.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
didn't
a
go.
rip off, man.
Why?
Because you put like the thing is if you can hang there for 100 seconds, you get $100, which is like hell, I might be able to do that.
Fuck yeah, it'd be easy.
Okay, but you can't.
They lube it up like Macaulay Culkin
You
does.
can't invert your grip. You have to have either this or this. And after like 50 seconds, it starts to turn. So you have to keep doing this to stay on.
That's a lot fucking
Like
hard.
a
That's
like a
so
log
much
roll.
harder. Yeah, it goes down with your weight, you know? So it's locked for the first half and then it unlocks and you have to like start to like get
You
to
just
keep
start
climbing
swinging
back
around like the Graysons.
on. So as I was sitting there getting fatter eating my Bloomin' Onion, I watched like 10 guys go up confident and none of them won it. So
Those things are all rigged.
they say that it's easy, like that. Like they have like pictures of winners and stuff there, but I didn't see anybody.
The thing I always love is whenever like it's the same thing with like that ladder you climb, right? At the carnivals and fairs and
Yeah.
whatnot.
The rope.
And they're like a 2-point ladder.
yeah,
And the guys who are running it will be like, "Oh yeah, watch," and they just climb up it. Now you try,
Exactly,
and then you go up, and
exactly.
everyone's flipping around, swinging.
Yeah. It's also.
It's always a trick.
There's another thing where. Yes. Which one do you want?
the middle one.
You guys interrupted whatever
I
he
didn't
was
mean-
saying.
I didn't mean
take
for that.
longer now.
What were you talking about, Calvin? Did you guys see the Jesus?
No. I lost my train of thought.
I know.
Just forget about
And
it.
then you gave up on the pizza.
I was getting frustrated.
I was just kidding about the middle one, buddy.
Why are we doing the middle? Just take a
Oh
piece.
my gosh! Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Was there any other fun things in the week?
Rick and I are streaming Gears of War, and
Ooh, yeah.
just so you guys know, we were going to be doing that after stream as well, at probably around 6 o'clock. I really love these games. Rick's going through them for the first time. We beat 2, now we're going through 3. Been some pretty epic moments so far.
It's been good times.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, it's so ridiculous, Michael Bay, over the top, like
Mhm. Yeah.
so much of the time. But there's a few times in there where it just gets you right in the heart.
It's tearjerkers, yeah. There's a couple tearjerkers, yeah.
Crazy.
It is weird because they actually wanted to be like this Band of Brothers thing, and then they kept pumping up the testosterone and the action, and they realized, man, it just feels like a blockbuster. But for some reason, there's these great moments, these great character moments where these emotional things happen, and it's like, God damn, this is crazy. So yeah, we're in the middle of the third one, and as soon as we do that, we're done with the trilogy, and then we're going to start the fourth one, and then the fifth one, which just came out last week.
Sweet.
So or this week, technically, for the whole wide world. Pretty excited, yeah.
It'll be directly after the stream, so you definitely want to catch it. We're in Act 4 of the third game.
Yeah, yeah. Which is like the third game looks so much better.
It's unbelievable how much better it looks.
Yeah,
Like the old ones still hold up tremendously in terms of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
just
Well, it's weird how the industry will, in the very beginning of the industry of the Xbox, PlayStation 3 era, like everything was kind of like these ugly, dystopian worlds, and then Uncharted came out, and it's like, oh, you can have this landscape that's beautiful but also dangerous, and then everyone started making these colorful worlds, and eventually Gears 3 started doing that, and then from here on out, it's beautiful, so it's pretty cool. And also, yeah, another great fucking thing. I know, I keep talking, but the new Final Fantasy VII trailer dropped yesterday from the Tokyo Game Show, and it was so good. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, one of Rick's, and it looks like they're doing the game justice. There's a lot of complaints at first, like, oh, they're milking it because they're taking the game and their original game and they're making it longer and they're releasing it in parts. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're making it better. You know what I mean? It looks like they're just giving it all this care and attention and fleshing out all these things that they didn't bother doing before.
Yeah, I mean, I would kill for that to happen to some of my favorite games.
yeah.
I wish they would milk more. You know?
No, I get you. I think Nintendo. One thing about, because I assume you're talking about Nintendo.
Yeah.
They've been really good these past 5 years about bringing back some of these old games. And in fact, you're going to be streaming the new Zelda, I think, right?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Starting next Saturday, I think.
Yeah, that's just a remake, and that's awesome. So if more games
But
got
again,
that kind of
built
treatment,
from the ground up.
built from the ground up,
Like
yeah.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, like that was, they did some reworking, but a lot of it was just kind of like updating the textures, fixing a couple of tiny things, and it's the same game,
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know Ocarina of Time was mostly rebuilt for the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Rick actually hasn't played it yet. He was talking about doing this bucket list of games. I was saying you might need to play for the 3DS. It looks better. The water temple plays great.
I mean, if only to change the idea that, to do the iron boots, to put them on, you can press a button versus pause, go over, down, button, equip. Now they're on.
Yeah.
And you got to take them immediately off,
And it literally looks so much better,
And it
too.
looks better,
And the
yeah.
3D is great, too.
Yep. So, no, that's such a, like the remakes and stuff, it won't really bother me. If I feel like I don't need to play it, I just don't play it, Like, I didn't play the Ocarina of Time 3D thing.
It's not like they're taking the original away from
No.
you.
Or the experience of playing it, But from I watched your guys' reaction. Just it feels like you're saying a different language because I just don't understand what you're saying versus what you're seeing. But like that, I can understand like why you're excited, and like I would want that for a lot of the games I used to love.
No,
So-
yeah. No, and that's how I felt. I'm pretty excited. It makes me want them to do it to Final Fantasy 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be amazing. Hopefully this one will sell like gangbusters, and they will. I would love to see it for Final Fantasy 8, 4, 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they did remake those for the DS, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Because they're... Yeah.
Aaron, did you have a good thing of the week?
You had a great thing.
As I say,
But you
when
only
you're-
got 3 more seconds.
There was a time I thought that I was gonna say it, and then like Shane was talking, and I sat for a little bit not eating, and then it kept going. So then I started eating some more and stuff. Then I just took another bite because I thought there was more conversation being had,
Yeah.
and then I was like, well, fuck.
No.
Wait, I do have. Sorry.
As far as like favorite things of the week, I mean, the most interesting thing was that this week I had a stress test, and it was like it's always a thing I've seen in movies too and stuff, But I actually had to do one, and it was weird, kind of neat. Like you just put you on a treadmill. My legs got really tired, but the rest of me was kind of like just
Why'd you have a stress test?
going through to get one.
Oh, okay. No, I wasn't sure if you want... Yeah.
No, I mean I'm not gonna go anything right now. But
Okay.
I had a stress test, so
Yeah.
But that was
So it was like did they put things on you? Or
yeah, they
just
put a bunch of
measure-
things.
Okay.
It's basically like
Show
a
them your chest.
EKG. What?
Oh yeah.
Show the chest.
Is that
Rip your
against-
shirt off. Rip your shirt off.
Wait, is that against terms of service?
That might be.
I
This
don't
might
know.
be too
No,
sexy. I don't know if we can do it.
That's not
Probably is.
It's probably
can't.
violates another law of
But no,
unsexiness.
I had an EKG before, and they had to like shave parts of me to get it to like get the same thing sticking it all over you.
Parts. of
Yeah,
you?
like I felt like I looked like Steve Carell from 40-Year-Old Virgin. So then I had to get rid of all the hair on my chest. And I was like, well, I better keep it like this until the stress test. And whenever I went in for that too, like it was all pretty short, I thought. But he's like, now we need more. So he like shaved more. So like there's parts of me that are even shorter than the parts that were already short.
Yeah.
So now you got to do it again.
So I'm gonna have to
Make
like shave it all
everything
again
even.
to make it even again and stuff too. But I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it this way for a little
Well,
while.
yeah.
See how
Now
it goes.
that you like you're used to it, you're like, might as well just.
Maybe
stay
yeah.
doing.
So that's been like
You'll be a guy that shaves his chest.
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you shave or are
maybe.
you trimming it?
Huh? I mean, it's like shaved right now. Like
Like a razor?
Does it come
Oh,
back?
no.
Does it real itchy?
It can be.
really. It was after the first day. Like the next like 2 or 3 was like terrible. And now it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I don't get like any hair on my chest. I get so much on the waist down and all kinds of weird places. Like I hate it.
All
Like
kinds
the
of
back
weird
of your
places.
knees.
Yeah. No, I don't get it there. I shaved my legs one time for a state track meet because like just all the older guys did it, and they said, "Yeah, you gotta do it because rocks and shit get in your fucking they get everywhere." Which I've noticed, like rocks will literally get tangled in my fur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did it, and I just remembered when it started growing back, it was the most terrible itchy feeling I ever had in my life. Yeah, like I shaved my fucking dick and balls one time, and the legs were worse, much worse. Yeah.
The legs were worse.
Hell yeah, man.
But
See, I've had from the knees down waxed. Just at one point, Dababa
Yeah.
just felt like she wanted to wax
Tied
somebody.
you down.
I feel like that
So-
might not be as itchy.
It wasn't itchy at all.
Yeah.
It was a strange thing.
My
I was
toe-
expecting it to itch like crazy because, like, yeah, waxing it itches, right?
For as much damage as we
But-
did to our shins, I don't think we would feel anything.
Maybe. But
Maybe that's the one thing you would feel.
like after I was done, like for the next like even now I still have been like putting conditioner on my chest, and then when I get out, I put lotion on my chest to try to like make it
Curb
not
it.
itch and stuff. Like I'm just trying to like get it to like. I also want like the chest hair to like not be as prickly. My tummy hair is fine.
It's good.
Tummy hair.
Yeah, it's nice and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me feel.
Nope.
Oh.
Too sexy.
Oh.
Too sexy for Twitch.
Feel up here.
Against terms of service.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
hate
got
it.
kind of a
I hate it
hard
so
on over
much.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Switch the camera.
So, but no, that's like the most interesting thing I think of the past couple weeks. Ayla, we had Ayla's birthday party,
Yay.
which her birthday was like August 7th at WaveCon.
Yeah.
We just had her birthday party this past Saturday.
Gotcha. Did you have a theme?
Um,
Order 66.
the theme, I guess, was like,
That's a hell of a theme, man,
Ayla.
for a whatever old 5-year-old.
That's the first thing I thought
Four.
of when I thought of
she's
Ayla.
3.
I
And
don't know.
It was like a
She could be the emperor. It would be fun.
Melanie had it like she invited some of her like they're like 2 and 3 and 4-year-olds around
Yeah.
and stuff, and it was like a pampering idea, I guess. Like they did all their little nails, and they did like their hair and put them in like little bows and all this kind of stuff. Then they played on the playground.
Okay,
I love
that's
good.
good.
playgrounds.
And ruined everything that they had done.
I mean,
previously.
yeah, I guess so, but they had fun with it and stuff. But yeah, so there was that as
The
well.
playground.
It was the one over in Devola.
Gotcha.
It's
That's a nice one.
close to the house. It's pretty nice. It's not.
I was just
yeah.
asked a question because before the destruction of the Incredible Playground, you didn't have to ask. Everybody went there.
That's where
Yeah.
everyone
The
went.
Incredible Playground, Calvin. I wish you could have seen it.
It's truly incredible.
How long ago was it that it got destroyed?
Long time.
Before.
And Lowell, the kids just play in the junkyard.
Actually,
That is the playground.
the low park is very nice.
Yeah, the
Like,
island.
Yeah, the island.
It's
Like-
separate though. They had to cut away from the rest of the wall.
yeah, the
Even
island.
nature thought it's like polar opposites.
The island is great, and like more and more actually, all these like bigger companies are like renting out the park. So I'll
Really?
go there to play with my kids, and all these fucking guys in suits will be there with their kids, these rich kids. I'm like, damn it. And they
Yeah.
look at me like I'm a Lolian.
They're gonna find this gym.
Like I was one of
Woods.
the, it's one of the natives.
And now you
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, but no, the Incredible. I mean, it's just weird. I still in high school, me and Eric and a bunch of friends, we used to go there and play tag, lightsaber tag,
Lightsaber tag.
hide and go seek.
Oh my god, it was the best times, man.
And they took it down because they said it was too dangerous or some shit.
Well, because it rots because it's wood. You know, eventually they either needed to replace all of the wood or put plastic in.
And they put on,
That's why
and they
everything's
replaced it
plastic
with
now.
the worst playground out of all the schools.
Yeah, no.
Like every school has a better playground than
See,
the playground they replaced it with. Can you
up-
imagine if you're
up
like a third
north.
grader there, you came back in 4th grade and you had this piece of shit?
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't remember.
myself from my.
I don't remember it. So
Yeah, well, if you go like up north in Ohio, because this company would go around different schools and offer, hey, we'll have this wooden playground put in for this amount of money, and Phillips was the only place around here that did it. But there's still places like that throughout Ohio that they have upkept because they just think it's so good, they just replace the wood.
Wisely.
Yeah, so we got to do like a trek there for like a walk.
It's a certain type of playground is what it's called.
when I went
Yeah.
to Barlow
It's
Vincent,
huge,
like
by
it
the
was
way.
made out of like these logs, like it's these wooden log things,
Yeah.
and then it had like monkey bars. It had these like the swinging hand chain type things. I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like monkey bars, but they're gymnastic like holding things. And then it had like
Parallel bars kind of things.
no, it's like the ring,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they're connected to a chain.
Yeah,
and you
I
hold onto
gotcha.
those. Like they would do those on both sides and hold and do gymnastics with it, but
Yeah.
it was instead you could swing on them. And then there was like a barrel slide,
Yeah.
like made of like 2 or 3 barrels. Is what it looked like welded together.
Nice.
And then there was like metal slides. Like all the slides nowadays are like plastic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they give static electricity, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
your hair stands up on end and stuff.
The
But
absolute best thing about the Incredible Playground was that you could get to every part of the playground, which was actually pretty huge. You
It was
know?
humongous.
It was humongous, but you could get to every part, never touching the mulch, never touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So when you played tag or lightsaber tag, the universal rule was you can't touch the ground. You know.
Yeah.
So like at one point, like to connect like the 2 major parts of the playground, they had these tires like halfway in the ground, like
Yeah.
spread out.
We
so
had
you had
those
to run
too.
across them, you know. And you'd meet the Sith, the Jedi, and they'd fight on top of them and try to push each other off into the lava.
you had them between the different things.
Between like 2 big parts of the playground.
I remember them on the ends of
Yeah.
like the big wooden toy thing that we had.
Yeah.
And I remember them on tire swings. Like we
Yeah.
had tire swings
Yeah.
on it too, which you never see tire swings anymore.
What was great is like the parts like they had these huge towers, and there are all these tunnels and
Yeah.
all these like
Like
secret
the
escape
towers were
routes.
so big, you could get up in the roof of the tower and hide.
Like
and
Sp-
people, like the Sith would come in and like look around, you know.
You
with
come
the,
down like Jackie Chan in The
yeah,
Foreigner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then just be sitting there.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When he comes around the corner, he's not there, and he looks up, he's right
But
there.
then eventually, once you played so much, then it's the first place you look, and Sith looks up, just gets you. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, the first person to come up with that is a genius.
Genius.
And it works so well the first time.
Yeah.
And then later on, people copy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you play hide and seek when you were a kid and you find them. It's at the best spot.
But you can't tell anybody.
Yeah, and it only works until it doesn't, and then people look there. You know.
Same
Yeah.
way with any like online shooter.
And then it
or
becomes
anything else.
tag, basically.
That's the one game like where if you play it too well, it becomes boring. Like, God damn, no one's finding me. You know?
Yeah, right.
You got phones now.
I guess so. Yeah.
So, My favorite
I
game.
can't imagine playing with phones in it. Like as a kid, you know, all the games I played, phones would ruin it all.
Well, it's
Yeah.
almost a handicap now because
Yes.
if you play with your ringer on,
Yeah, you can
just
call
send a
them,
group message.
Can you
put
imagine
a
that?
GPS chip on them.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm getting a call. Like, what? It's like a horror movie. Oh, man. No, my favorite one to play was Sardines. You guys ever play that?
Aw.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
I
never
haven't,
played
but,
that, but I've
you
always
told me
wanted
about
to.
it for the past 10 years.
Is that I get what is it?
It's like hide and seek, but one person hides. And then so like if us five were playing, say I go and hide, and then you guys are trying to find me, and then whoever finds me first hides with me where I'm hiding.
Okay.
And then you all do that until there's one person left who
Okay.
hasn't found the group. But like if I hid in the closet, that means we all gotta cram into that
Get in the
closet and try to
closet.
hide in
That's
there.
pretty funny.
So it's a fun thing of like you gotta try to find a good place to hide. But then like there's been some ridiculous places where everyone's trying to get in and they're just like lined up like outside. We usually played in the dark too, so that it's easier to like kind of hide in a
Right.
place. But that was always fun to do.
How often did you hide when you were a kid? Did you hide it inside the middle of the clothes rack at a store?
Oh yeah.
Dude, my
was the
kids do
best,
that
man.
now
That
all the
was the best.
fucking
So much
time.
fun.
Oh, dude,
Best,
dude, in high school, we used to play like tag in Walmart. I think Eric definitely came a few times. And we used to do that all the time. We were like 17 years old doing that shit,
Did you
man.
run? Or was it like a walking rule? Or
There was no laws then.
Yeah.
Like there is today.
Not like there is today.
I can't remember. I
It's the
think
Wild West of Walmart.
I mean, you don't want to get kicked out, so you don't want to like sprint all over the place. Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
you're trying to hide and make sure you're not running around causing too much noise.
I imagine like everyone like trying to play like spies, right? Like you're trying to like blend in, but like not stand out, but hide too. And then like you see someone like it's like John Wick 2. You're both like walking like
Yeah.
in a crowd of people, and he's looking at you, and you're like,
Yeah, you do that
gotta
thing
get
where
you,
like
you know?
you're on the one side of the aisle and they're on the other, and you keep seeing them as you walk,
Yeah, right.
and then suddenly
Oh no, where'd it go?
you have to go
Except
back.
the aisle 6 feet wide though. You know.
Like stuff like that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Around here in high school, in this small town, like if you're bored, all you do is just go to Walmart,
Yep.
just
Yeah.
walk around, look at the toys. Let's play hide and go seek.
Yep.
It was a crazy time. Very
Hide in the like where all the plastic balls are. Hide inside that.
Oh
That was a
yeah.
good spot.
In those cages with the rubber bands.
Yeah,
that
with
you
the,
would
with the
hide-
opening on the top.
You would hide
Yeah.
in those?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
perfect.
It is. As long as like a ball doesn't fall out while you're climbing in,
Yeah.
because then you have to go get it. Because then somebody knows. Oh, somebody
Yeah.
fucked with this
Or
ball pit.
a great place to hide was in the paper towel aisle, because you could build a wall in front of you.
Yeah.
And you could be behind it.
Wait, how did you guys like? All right, guys, we're done. Like, how did that
Store
happen?
announcement. It's like Eric Whiteley to the service center.
I guess we're done. Go out the back, and alarm goes off.
like by the tires. You
Yeah.
go at the auto place. Yeah.
Would you like hide inside a roll of tires, like in the hub of the
Well,
tires?
eventually, like all like successful hide and seek games, you just like give up and go like, ah, yeah, you guys didn't find me. We're done. I'm gonna use that next time. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Before we move on, I just want to remind everyone that it's half price sub month.
September.
September.
Apparently,
Ah,
Subway's
yeah.
involved with that too, but I don't know exactly how. But like
Like
I've seen
Twitch
like
and Chuck.
Twitch/Subway like together make
I must
September,
know.
but I don't know where like the Subway side of that is.
I'll investigate.
But thank you, Subway,
Thank you.
Yeah.
and Twitch, and make sure you guys subscribe.
Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get a subscription for free.
Free.
So remember that as well.
Which was already free with Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Today's a special month. Make sure you use it this month, right now. It's half price free.
So E3, it's been a little while, but the vlog just came out
Yeah, I did.
for that. We have
Forgot we were doing a vlog.
It's been a bit. We have a couple memes from
Oh.
that,
Oh.
mainly involving Eric lounging.
Yeah, the lounging.
It's-
It was a little much.
I've got this one.
You were saying that we needed to done. That is just perfect. I have to say.
So that is
pretty
the paint me like one of your French girls scene,
Yeah.
with Eric.
It's weird how that works, man.
Did you guys know in the movie, in that scene, that it's who's the director? James Cameron, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's his hands. Like, he's the one drawing. It's not Leonardo DiCaprio.
You
or
know,
anything.
Yeah, Leonardo, I better stand in here. You get out of the room.
And he's also, I believe, left-handed, so they had to invert the images
Okay.
to be able to make it work and everything too. But yeah, he
Interesting.
draws it because he didn't think that he wanted to make sure that how it looked and looked good. So it's his hands in there.
Okay.
Same thing with there was another thing I was watching that was about I think it was one of Tarantino's movies, Inglourious Bastards maybe. But apparently someone's getting choked,
Yeah.
and it's Tarantino's
Yes.
hands that are doing the choking. So like, there's times
Okay.
that the directors have been like,
Sure.
I'm gonna do this to make sure it looks how I want it to look.
Well, I will go back and watch Titanic and watch that scene and do my best to notice hands.
Yeah.
I know during Passion of Christ when they're nailing Jesus' feet or his wrist the first time, it's Mel Gibson hammering.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And then I have this one as well, which is not Eric lounging, but
Oh, that's
Is that Eric back there?
yeah. That's during the giant controller bit. I'm a weeping angel.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice, yeah.
The giant controller bit was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
was fun. Then I have 3 others. They are unrelated to anything. I'll just
Okay.
get them out of the way now.
Let's do it.
So this one is from WaveCon, I believe.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, dude, that's art, man.
So that is
Yeah, it
Shane
Dude,
feeding
look at your
Aaron
little dick.
in the Sistine Chapel.
That's huge. What are you talking about? But isn't it?
Oh, you just had giant thighs.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Then there's me as Sasquatch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I can't even see.
That's so
it is
funny.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it
Oh.
was a Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the film. It's,
Oh,
think
I
it's
thought
just,
someone was
like,
gonna be
cut
the
out,
background.
right?
Yeah.
And then
Dude, zoomed back out, it looks like
It
it's
looks like it's from the original.
Yeah.
yeah.
It does.
It just kind of looks like Bigfoot's there. That's funny.
not Bigfoot, the Wave Rider.
No.
But and then there's this one.
Full Saitama.
Time to go full Saitama.
Nice.
Oh man,
I did
that's a-
shave some hair, but it was not my head.
That's a good one.
His teeth.
Yes. So we got some video game news. We have the Tokyo Game Show going on now.
Yes.
But before that, CD Projekt is still making Witcher games.
no.
Still?
Oh, good.
So the lawsuit, and everything's good.
Lawsuit and everything seems good. They are going to be a dual franchise studio now, where they will be making Cyberpunk and The Witcher.
That's cool.
Nice.
But now Rick will never have
they work-
another stream again. Just being whatever the next Witcher thing is. So there was a lawsuit though.
The author was suing them
Oh really?
Yeah.
for royalties.
Oh,
Basically.
maybe they just came to some kind of agreement then. I guess.
I guess. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But they did also announce that the Gwent card game is coming to mobile.
Oh, cool.
So they had a PC version of it. That's sort of like a Hearthstone-y sort of standalone card game. But that's also coming to mobile as well.
Sweet.
You know, what I learned opposite of that was that there's a Power Rangers Fight for the Grid or something like that. It's called. It's been like a mobile game, where it's like a 3v3 team that you make and you fight another person. That's coming to like Steam and stuff as like an actual game.
Huh.
Interesting.
I
Wow.
was like, that's kind of neat.
That is cool.
You know, we've watched ahead of it now, but on our early access for Clone Wars, we've just met a character named Mother Talzin, and someone commented today that really interesting. You kept saying how much you like her voice. She's played by the woman that plays Rita Repulsa in Power
Oh
Rangers.
shit.
So I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
I like
They
that.
don't-
That's neat.
It's not anything alike.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, for you that don't have early access, you could be watching that right now.
I believe that
Star Wars and Clone Wars are some of the best Star Wars stories
Yeah.
out there. So
if I recall that, I think it's the same actress that does her voice does it. Like she shows up again in like Mystic Force or something like that. But
Okay.
like as like she doesn't have the voice of Rita Repulsa
Gotcha.
or whatever. I'm not even sure. I don't even think she's the same character, or maybe she is. I don't know. I haven't seen Mystic Force to know, but it's weird like seeing, because I've seen some scenes and it's like not.
Yeah.
It's not like
Gotcha.
I make my monster grow. You know, it's none of that kind of stuff. So
And speaking of The Witcher, next Tuesday at
no
10
one was
a.m.
speaking of The Witcher.
Eastern Standard Time,
I'm just-
I'm going to be finishing The Witcher 3 completely.
Finishing.
Yeah.
I thought you already
Finishing.
finished it.
done.
I finished the story mode of the base game,
Oh.
but this will be the last of the DLC.
The last.
And then Rick has
So-
to figure out what he's doing after that.
Yep. Just got 100% of it.
Just restart The Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's enough game there.
So that will be coming up. So check that out.
You were talking about video games. Like, this is one of the 2 possible dates for National Video Game Day.
Today.
Yeah, I heard
So
that.
yeah, it's either July 8th or September 12th. This is so poorly documented that the internet can't agree on the date, says the Video Game History Foundation. So it might be today,
Huh.
which is interesting. Eric and I,
Just make it both days.
why not? Why not? We would celebrate Star Wars Day like as an own. Me and Eric had our own holiday where we celebrated Star Wars Day, May 19th.
Yep.
Because that's when May 19th, 2005 was when the last Star Wars movie came out. Up until these new ones.
Yeah.
So that was our Star Wars Day, and then they started making May the 4th.
Yeah.
I remember like
For the pun.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
fucking pun. And then at first, me and Eric didn't even celebrate it. Like, dude, May 19th is our day.
Yeah.
And then eventually we kind of gave in.
Yep.
But now, like every day, I feel like it's a Star Wars Day kind of at work.
Sure.
So,
Definitely was today.
yeah,
I don't know why every day needs to be a day. Why does everything need a day?
because they need
The
to sell
Catholics,
cards.
Eric.
Like,
the
you get
Catholics.
to the point where it's
Yeah, dude, I was-
365 days, everything's a day.
Every day special.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's
some
not
days
special. Some
have
days are
multiple
just
things on them too.
Miserable.
So Eric,
Oh, really?
are you saying International Donut Day is not
I'm
special?
just saying, if you put, let's say you put
He gets
video
donuts
game
every day. How is that special?
Maybe you put video game day on a day, and then something like 9/11 happens. You ruin video game day, and you can't have it again.
It's the day after 9/11.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like,
You can't have 9/11.
I'm just
and
saying, if you
9/12.
had, what if you did video game day,
Sure.
and then 9/11 happens, you're gonna be like, oh shit, they're gonna get rid of video game
Yeah.
day. Maybe they'll go to the other date.
Like,
It'd be weird to have a birthday on on an unfortunate tragedy. You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's Butters from South Park. His birthday is 9/11.
Oh, really? So, do you guys remember where you were on 9/11?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was in ninth grade. Ninth grade.
Yeah, I was in 8th.
I was in ninth grade. I was in agriculture. It happened. Mr. Kaufman came in, said, "Everybody, be quiet." You know, I never seen him so serious. Turned the TV on. We started watching, and then the bell rang, and I went to art class right after, and we just sat and watched the television the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember being like, I can't believe some idiot pilot accidentally hit that building. And then I remember feeling that, like, hey, this is crazy, man. Like, don't they have like standards and practices that you don't do this?
Some jack is up there. Hey, I'll do it. I'll fly.
And then, yeah, I know. And then watching live, I saw the second plane hit the second tower, and everybody's just like, "What the fuck, man? What is going on?" You know? Yeah. It was like I was at the age where I'm like, I definitely understand what was happening, but because I remember like a lot of kids, probably a lot of people watching us were probably younger than we were when it happened, So a lot of kids like they don't really understand. They at the time didn't understand, but I can remember understanding like, holy shit, like, what's next? Where do we go? What do we do? Do we just go home? And
Yeah.
feeling that fear. So
Thacker was literally, Matt Thacker just said, it's literally the same thing for me. I was in 8th grade at Catholic school
yeah,
during literature class, and Megan Andermanis' uncle worked there at the this girl in my class, and he is one of the stories where he didn't go to work that day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was like, I guess he's like on the bottom level.
Well,
so
if you remember, like they had to like go on the news and say everybody needs to start going back to work because like the economy was shutting down because people were just staying home and like not knowing what was going on, and they had like a day like everybody go back to work, don't let them win.
yeah.
I remember that on the news.
were we
It was pretty crazy.
Mr. Robinson's
8th graders?
class.
I remember Mr. Robinson's class. I remember 8th grade or 7th grade.
Mrs. Robinson.
But I just remember being in Mr. Robinson's class and like they turned it on and we sat there and watched it for a while.
They
And
turned it off at some point.
yeah, I remember them turning it off and saying, "All right, guys, we're gonna get back to class."
Yeah.
But no, we sat and watched it for a little while. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a crazy day. And then I just can remember like
Didn't they turn it off because like some student had like a parent that was
Yeah.
over there or something like that?
Mhm.
I think that's why they turned ours off.
it was actually a cousin of mine's.
Yeah.
The craziest thing I remember
Yeah.
then, because that was like right around the time where I started to, I've never been interested in politics, but you're aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember like the months after that event, like they were really like there were no sides. It was just like, man, everybody was together. Everybody
Yeah.
had an American flag on the front porch. Everybody had American flag decal on their car. Like people were like shaking hands. and
Everybody's
shit, you
everybody's
know?
playing Toby Keith.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing
Everybody.
that song.
But, like, they
that
were,
song
like-
is the shit.
Like I can't remember like for a long time, and of course it was temporary because man, there's some sides now, but there were no sides then. It was just like, I mean, it was tough like to watch, but it was also kind of like wow, like
This
when
unites
shit
people.
goes down, like
People unite.
America will come together. It's just that it's a lot easier to control people whenever you have them looking at each other.
It's easier to sell stuff
you
too.
know? Exactly. But whenever everybody was looking at this one thing, everybody was united at that point. Like I've never felt that before, and I haven't felt it since.
Yeah.
I just remember it like touching all of pop culture. Like a bunch of video games got delayed because the World Trade Center had to be edited out of them.
Spider-Man.
They changed
The- the
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
because
the
he was
movie,
going to
yeah.
capture a helicopter in between the World Trade Center.
Metal Gear
still remember
Solid
the
2
trailer.
was changed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Damn. Yeah.
A lot of things were altered or delayed, and even some TV shows like they would change like the order of episodes because they were like, well, this is too similar to this or that. So
Yeah, I wanted to check out the what's it called, the memorial when we were over there, but I didn't really.
Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't really get to work out, and I guess at nighttime it closes as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said we walked over to it.
Yeah. I don't know if I was there.
Were you not?
Yeah. 'Cause
Probably,
I
you were
went,
watching.
I went and looked up on the internet.
You're probably watching Seinfeld then, because I remember I think it was at least me and Calvin. You weren't in
Yeah.
New York, right, Rick?
No.
So it was me, Calvin, Kitty was
Kitty.
there.
I didn't go anywhere with you guys because you went to the Nintendo store, right, or something?
We did go to the Nintendo store.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't-
Oh, that was the day when
But that was
we
a-
stayed there extra. Though,
but
right?
no,
Okay, so it
this
wasn't that.
This is when we were down in our hotel
This is
down
before,
in the
yeah, I didn't
South
go.
Manhattan or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Was it Manhattan? Right? Is that where we were on?
Mm-hmm.
I always forget which one's which.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we walked because it was west, I think, of us, like towards like the way the Statue of Liberty was or whatever. I think like across, and we went
Yeah.
up, walked
Yeah.
up to it, and then we walked back, and we saw like that. It was some kind of weird squid thing in the park, right? Like squid
Yeah.
sex or something. What was it? There was something weird.
weird.
I'm like, Kitty, where are you taking us to?
I zoned out for a second, I think, because I was like, so how was the memorial in my head? And like, yeah, there's some squid sex there. I'm like, what the hell they got going on Ground Zero?
no, this is like a park on the way
Okay.
to it.
Gotcha.
Or something. I forget what it was, but it was. She's like, I don't know everywhere in New York. This is weird too.
Yeah. That's funny.
Like anytime I watch a movie that has it in them, it always like brings me out of it for a second.
When you
Yeah.
watch the first half of Friends, and it, like every once in a while, you
Yeah.
say, hey, there it is.
That's weird.
And you can, if you're watching through shows that came around that time, even if they don't mention the attacks or anything, you can see the shift in like security. Like, if you ever watched like shows where they
Sure.
go to the airport before 9/11,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and you're like, holy fuck, you could do anything. It was
Just
the
walk
Wild
up
West.
to your, just
People were
walk
just-
up to your gate.
Yeah, people were just running in, no security,
Yeah, but Kevin,
and then when you watch a show and they don't mention it, but you say, "Oh shit, yeah, okay, that's happened."
Yeah,
or you have that with 9/11, you had that with cell phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you go, you do it.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, Home Alone would not happen today.
No.
Home Alone 2. Like,
Yeah.
that would not be what happens
No.
today.
Fuck no.
Like, there's no like going up. Like, there's the romantic movies where like they're waiting right there off the plane, or like.
You can't get in that section. Dude.
No, you can't. You can't be waiting there for them to immediately come off the plane and they see you. You know,
It's terrible.
You
That's
can't walk someone to that and give them a kiss before they actually board the plane. Like, that stuff doesn't happen.
fucking stupid. Yeah, you gotta. Dude, I was like, I've taken friends to airports and like they don't leave for like a couple hours, so I'm like, oh, I can go in with you. Like, oh no, you can't. You drop me off here, then I gotta go through everything myself.
Yeah, and then you gotta get through security. Make sure you get through it in time to get to your plane.
And
And then usually you got like an hour and a half. You gotta wait after you get through that.
It's so
Yeah.
separate too. Like it's just weird how like the
It's another world
TAC,
in there.
Yeah, like
TSA.
TSA. I'm sorry, the TSA.
THC.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have their own world. It's like you got to get through security.
They have their own economy,
and
too.
then if you get through in time, then you get to your plane.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They don't give a shit. Like, yeah, you're right, Kellen. They have their own economy. They have no idea what's going on in the outside world. Bread's $10, pop's $6. Like, they have no idea what's going on in the real world. It's nuts, dude.
I mean,
On this drink, or on this side of the line, no drinks. On this side, all the drinks you want.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You go in there. There's a barter system between the people who are trying to get
Yeah.
around it and stuff.
Yep.
Like Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Yeah.
I think that was like, I've heard about these like tentpole events of like 9/11. Obviously we're too young for
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor or the assassination of JFK or Martin Luther King. Honestly, the thing that I remember, it's a weird one, and I was at the age where like I'm too young to understand what was when Bill Clinton was being impeached, and I remember being like, "Mom, Dad, what'd he do?"
Yeah.
Like, nothing, Eric, nothing. But they're trying to get,
Yeah.
what'd he do? Something improper. They wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
I remember that.
I remember it. I was
I
really
just saw
young,
this-
but
yeah.
my parents were always really open with me about stuff like that,
Sure.
especially like politics and stuff.
Yeah.
Is like they told me from a young age, like, yeah, politicians, they lie so
Yeah.
that they can get this job and
They
make
all
money.
lie, Calvin.
I mean,
You
their
sound
job
like
is
the Jedi,
is
what they teach Anakin. You know what I
is
mean?
to lie the right way to the
Yeah.
right people.
Sure.
So,
No, yeah. I mean, they're probably mostly right, honestly.
So I have a vague memory of that, but nothing else of.
Well, I remember
that nature. nothing since.
we talked
Do you remember
about it in
the OJ
school.
trial?
Huh?
Do you remember the OJ trial?
I remember the
I remember-
chase. I remember watching the chase live
Yeah.
with the white Bronco.
Mhm.
I remember that, and
Yeah.
I don't remember
And
the
I
verdict.
remember the WWF's parody of it. With Roddy Piper and Goldust.
Really?
oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit, they did do that.
Do you guys remember JonBenet Ramsey?
Yeah,
Yeah. You guys
No.
remember that?
No, I don't know what
Who?
you're on.
definitely the OJ
She
trial
is,
more than that.
yeah, because my mom was obsessed with JonBenet Ramsey. She was like this
Interesting.
little girl who got abducted.
A
And
little
she was
pa- like
a
pageant
pageant girl,
girl.
and they never found her. It's been like I don't know,
And
like
there's
25
always
years.
like there was
It's
all
like
these
25
conspiracies
years
that
pretty
it
much
was
now.
the parents and all that stuff, but no.
Yeah, it's weird because that stuff happens
unsolved
all.
mysteries.
Stuff happens all the time, and just that particular case blew up.
Got fire.
Yeah,
There's the first presidential thing that I really remember was Obama being elected.
Really?
Yeah, like I didn't really
You
follow.
don't remember Bush or
No,
none of that?
no, I don't really remember it. Like,
This land is your land.
I remember all of like the Daily Show stuff on
Yeah.
Bush and everything.
see, I never watched the Daily Show,
Oh,
Yeah.
so I didn't see that there. But I remember
You
like,
remember Al Gore, like that thing?
no,
Like whenever
I saw some Al Gore stuff on South Park,
Yeah,
but I
they
don't
did the
remember.
internet.
Bush and Al Gore, like they had this big like blow up about like recount on Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
And, like
remember that,
Ohio
yeah.
was such an important state
Yep.
during that election.
No, I feel like it sounds familiar, but I don't remember. But I remember like the night of like the election for Barack Obama.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Well, I remember
I
Dexter
definitely do remember that. Yeah.
because I remember watching Dexter, and like I remember they had to shoot two like scenes because there's a part where it's like, oh, who's the president? And he's like, oh, it's Barack Obama or it's whoever else.
yeah,
So I remember they had to shoot that, and then like the episode aired like 2 days after
really,
the election or like the day
Interesting.
after. Yeah, so
that's cool.
South Park did that kind of stuff too, where like they would have an episode and they
Yeah.
basically make 2 episodes based on who won.
Well, South Park, what was it, season?
Or was it the
13,
turnaround?
14?
Is it like that happened and they immediately start
Well,
working on the
yeah,
episode?
like
Yeah.
they were able to put it on the air like the 24 hours later.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
But what
But they
happened
had
with
to change
South
the whole
Park?
season.
Yeah, what happened with South Park is that they were so sure that Hillary would win that they developed this entire like
Season-long
thread-
storyline.
like yeah, very long storyline to culminate with that, and then they had to just change it. They had to drop everything they were doing and change their story, because they were like, "There's no way." Like, speaking of like when presidents were elected, like obviously everybody remembers when Trump was elected, but
I remember that
I can
for
remember
sure,
just
yeah.
like sitting in my house being like, "I can't believe it! This dude from The Apprentice is president."
I can't believe this fucker did it.
This guy
This
got
guy owned the
stunned by
hotel.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah,
Obama was making fun of him a couple years ago, and now he's got his job.
I know, it's fucking insane. I remember just being like, the world isn't real,"
Dude, none of it's real. That's why I think.
Well, no, I just mean like it's a simulation. Like it's
Lolly-lolly-lo,
fake,
man.
I think
It
it's
was
all
around that
fucking
time
fake.
that dude named Wiener got in trouble for sending his wiener pics to that one girl. Remember that? Do you
Yeah.
remember that at all?
No.
Yeah,
Anthony
I remember
Weiner?
that.
Anthony
yeah.
Weiner?
Yeah.
Anthony Weiner.
He got in trouble
Sending pictures.
for sending pictures to underage girls.
Wiener?
That was Wiener.
His name was
is
Weiner.
Anthony
I thought you were trying
Weiner.
to say Matt Weiner or something.
No, Anthony
No.
Weiner. I remember when that
No.
happened, just being like, the world is fake. We're in a simulation. They're trying to test us.
What was the thing on Twitter? Who's that one guy? He was running for president against Hillary and Trump. He's like a politician from like Texas.
Is he
like that.
old?
Is it Johnson?
Rent is too damn high.
Damn, I can't remember. Ted?
Ted Cruz?
Oh,
Was it Ted
Oh,
Cruz?
Ted
And like on
Cruz.
his Twitter was like Pornhub videos or some shit.
He liked a porn video on his account.
and it,
Someone
Yeah.
shared a like either Pornhub or some kind of porn video, and he liked it. He hit the heart button or whatever.
Yeah.
And people that are following him would see what he liked. Yeah.
Yeah.
That blew up. I remember that.
I remember that.
Oh man.
good
I mean, I understand. I got people like porn.
Oh yeah.
I understand.
We have to just pretend that these men in these offices don't whack off. Come on.
Well,
Like they're just like,
in the office, come on.
exactly.
It's safer
Well,
to do
wait,
that
wait,
than do what Clinton did.
They're not the Pope.
right.
Did Clinton do it in the office?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that's some crazy shit.
But like, going back, I was
Oh,
too young
my-
to understand them, but going back, like that dude, like, and hey, we gotta remember too, okay? Like, you know how it's the same way, like now that there's more like cameras and phones and stuff like that, now you don't see that many UFO sightings or miracle like claims because people can verify that kind of stuff. Our presidents, like if you look at the history of our
Oh,
presidents, they did some shit. JFK totally banged Marilyn Manson like
Dude,
all day. every day.
Monroe.
That would be a hell
not,
of a
not the
story.
other one.
You don't know. You don't know. Marilyn Monroe. It's so easy for me to say Manson. But like, you know that fucking Lyndon Johnson and
Oh, yeah, dude.
Teddy Roosevelt. I mean, they were doing some shit and they couldn't be touched.
Of course
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
These-
and then now that you can like verify and everybody's like 24/7, it's like, yeah, you gotta cut that
if you
shit
do one,
out.
yeah, if you do one
You-
bad
you have
thing,
to you have to have Obama in there being like, I got a hot wife. I'm
There's
good.
this guy who came to our high school. This guy who was in special forces. He said his second cousin worked at the White House as a security detail, and he said like the guys that worked there for years and years would say, yeah, like all the presidents do that,
Yeah.
every single one of them, and like they'll they'll see a girl or something like that, and they'll go and ask her, and she has to go through all these security checks to get to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you tell anyone, you'll be discredited. You'll be all this stuff.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Basketball
man.
players do it too. Like they have Michael Jordan, I guess, had like 2 guys from the FBI because he was real close to Clinton,
Mhm.
so he had 2 guys from the FBI with Michael Jordan all the time. So like helping him do all this stuff, making sure he can get away with it.
Yeah.
That's the rumor, but it's been in a couple of sports books I've read.
Alleged.
Allegedly, yeah.
Who was
But-
the president who like would shoot people? Like he would get in gun.
Andrew
Was it Andrew Jackson.
Andrew
Yeah.
Hickory Jackson.
Like he would get in like draws. Like he said, like his greatest regret was not like shooting his vice president or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
He would get in arguments because he wanted to shoot that person. So he'd escalate the argument until that person challenged him to a duel. Then he'd shoot them.
Yeah.
Because he was good.
yeah, he was like
And he'd beat them with his hickory stick.
he beat the fuck out of people, man. Yeah, he
He's a
beat the,
terrible person, but
He was a very terrible person.
very, very fun to read about.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like
America's
we've
an
had
incredible
some
country.
crazy presidents in the past.
yeah, oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Just some of it's not as well known as like
I know.
what's going on now. Like that's
Well, people think of Reagan and like JFK. Well, the good stuff of JFK. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, this is how great these presidents are.
It's just weird to think about, like Lincoln, what he pulled off. Like Teddy Roosevelt, like leader of the Rough Riders, like
Oh, yeah.
the stuff that he did.
FDR.
And then fucking Donald Trump that, was in Home Alone. I know that Reagan was an actor and stuff
yeah,
like that.
but Reagan was an actor.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like, this the shit that this guy says, like, on a daily basis.
Yeah, but-
and it happens so often that we're all like, yep, that's him.
The difference though is that like Trump wasn't even an actor. He was a reality star.
He
which
was
is,
rich.
which is worse.
And he would, they would, hey, we want to film in this hotel. And he's like, okay, but only if I appear.
It was the same thing with WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what he would do.
Yeah.
And it worked, And then he just like, I'm gonna come in here and drain the swamp and fix everything, and then, not that we ever get like super political on these things, but yeah, it's just shocking. Like, I have no problem if someone likes Trump. It's just like none of us are gonna agree that he's the best.
Oh, no,
he was
no.
the best that could be there.
Well, no, and
Especially
I
the way the rest of the world looks at us because of it.
I also don't think that the 2 that we had ultimately in
No.
that final one
No,
were the best
of course
2 that we
not.
could have
No.
had.
Yeah.
It's just the way the politics go and stuff. Those are the
How
2
the
that
hell
made
did
it
that
there.
happen?
I mean,
How do we get to those 2?
Money and
was-
power.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like
The thing
It
is-
was the parties that took the legs
Yeah.
out from underneath
Well-
of the legitimate candidates
Yeah.
and just made it all a political.
we just
race.
got to get a guy in there. Like we got to get our guy in
Well,
there.
it was the
And we can control him, but no one can control Trump.
The problem is the guy that's probably or whoever it is, the person that's the best person to be president doesn't want to be president.
exactly,
Yeah.
because they're either too smart or they don't want
Yeah.
To be assassinated.
they don't want the power.
You
That's
don't
what
want
it
someone
is.
that's super
Yeah.
super ambitious, but you got to be ambitious in the first place to do it.
That's one thing. I think it was.
We need someone wise.
I think it was a conversation I was
Yeah.
having with someone. They're like, if you get a good person to be president that's going to be in there and actually try to make change,
Yeah.
they'll probably get killed.
Yeah.
Like that's
And
probably what's going to
they
happen.
probably won't get a lot
Or
done
kill
because
themselves.
they're not cutthroat.
Yeah, probably. But no, I think a lot of that too was like people were like they were gunning to get Hillary in there. Like, who's a ridiculous person to put up against Donald Trump? There's no way Donald Trump will win. And people were like, fuck yeah, we're going to like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We want something different. Don't just
Yeah.
feed us
Well.
what you want.
They got it.
Hell of an underdog.
I certainly don't agree with like.
Was he? Because he won.
Well, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but every poll put him
all
at-
of the
yeah.
polls put him way
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wonder how much that's accurate.
And it was
Or if
probably
it's like
a matter
the media
of.
controlling everything.
And when we talk about the whole Donald Trump is trying to put himself into movies and television shows and wrestling, and then he put himself in the presidential election. Like I'm gonna be able to sell books for the rest of my life.
yeah.
And then he won, and he's like, holy shit.
What do I do now?
I truly don't think.
Fucking we can get Calvin
I don't
in there.
think that when he went in there, he thought he was gonna win. I really don't. And then it happened. He's
And
like,
then
holy
he put
shit.
wrestling in his cabinet
He
with Linda McMahon.
I didn't know he did that.
Really?
Yeah, she is the in charge of small business in
Yeah.
the presidential cabinet.
Small business. WWE. Small
Oh,
business.
man. It's
Small
fucking-
business.
It's insane. I will truly wonder what happens. Like, is he gonna get another term? He might. I mean,
I really don't know.
It's a lot easier to get another term than it is to get the first one.
Yeah. I just don't know. Like
That's
it
only
really
true in
de-
our lifetime. That's so true in our lifetime.
No.
I mean, most presidents. I mean, who was the last president not to get 2 terms?
Perot.
I'm saying,
Ross-
like, I can't go
know.
back far enough to think of a president who didn't get 2 terms. Like,
Did Jimmy Carter have two?
Jimmy Carter had 2.
Did he have two?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's before my time. None
That's
of,
what I'm
none of
saying.
my
Yeah,
time.
like I
Yeah.
can't remember a
I'm pretty
president
sure.
that didn't, because like
You know,
It's
I don't
crazy.
agree with like
Perot?
everything from anybody. Yeah, was it Ross Perot? Was he president?
No, he was,
he
was
went for it.
Clinton's
He was the
rival.
dude.
Right?
Ross Perot was the guy that was so
He's-
rich he like bought his own ad space like for himself.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter served 1 term.
One term.
One term,
Carter.
okay.
That's what it was.
Jimmy Carter.
Bush. Someone said
Who
Bush Senior also.
is
Did
like-
Bush Senior only serve 1 term?
Someone just said that.
Yes,
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he?
Okay, was that one term? Okay.
But
So
like
he would have been the last one,
Jimmy
right?
Carter's
Yeah.
a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
Like as far as like all his philanthropy. And
Oh yeah. I
just-
mean, he's still out there doing stuff.
yeah, making a big difference in the world.
I think I like when I came aware. I think Bush was in office. Like when I was able to pay attention to something like that or had the care to.
yeah,
So I think I always
Bush
had Bush.
Senior?
Yeah,
Or
Bush Senior.
Bush Senior was,
And then
was the same for me.
Clinton, and then Bush.
Clinton's the first president I really remember.
Really?
And I think it was mainly because I just remember like my grandma and my parents and stuff talking
Yeah.
about him. And
So I remember like Desert Storm and
Sure.
Yeah.
all that stuff.
You know, I mean, I didn't want to get too far from this. I saw this earlier. There's this list of like men who have done like shitty things like that. Like you cheat on their wives,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed Bush. No, I'm sorry. It showed Clinton. It showed Kobe Bryant. It was like
Yeah.
2 other people. Like when they're at the news conference, they have the exact same look on their face. They're going, like their lips are tight. Like, yeah, this is a look that those guys, a guilty man,
Wait,
has on his face.
Like Woods?
wait, all of them had that?
They all had the
Like
same
Clinton
look.
and all of them?
Clinton and Kobe Bryant. like
Tiger
she-
Woods.
Yeah, it was Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
And then it was someone else.
I just mentioned Woods.
Oh,
Yeah, it was. You didn't say Tiger.
James Woods?
I was thinking.
Oh.
I was like, Woods. Fuck's Woods. You know.
Like James Wood?
Yeah.
No.
Tiger Woods.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Sergeant Woods.
And yeah.
No, it's just wood.
It's
And
just
it's the same look on all their faces. Like
Yeah.
if you can find it, Rick. Let me try to find it and send you on Discord. But
it's kind of like L. Ron Hubbard whenever he's quoted as saying like, you know, if you really want to get rich, start a religion. He started a religion, he got rich.
Yeah.
And like Trump, I think there's a quote of him saying like, if you really want to be president, because he was liberal for his whole life until he started running. He's like, you gotta be a Republican. You gotta make people that feel this certain way feel it very strong. You win. He did it. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, he did switch sides in order to get elected. didn't
Oh
he?
yeah.
I remember whenever I wasn't there, but yeah, I went to. A lot of people maybe not know this. I went to Liberty University for like 2 quarters, which is a very, very Christian school. Like when I was like a hardcore Christian, I'm not anymore. But so when Trump went there to like, you know, have the rally with all these Christian kids, and he's in front of like, in this arena, it's like 8,000, 10,000 hardcore Christian kids. And he's quoting the Bible. He goes, in Corinthians 2.
oh God,
And I went, no one ever says Corinthians 2.
Nobody.
Second
Ever.
Corinthians, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember just all of those Christian kids being like, God damn it, I think he's fucking with us.
yeah, dude.
Oh, it's so funny.
Well, it's just weird because there's a quote of him somewhere saying that he don't believe in God. So I don't even know why a lot of these conservatives voted for him. You know what I
don't
mean?
know. I mean, it's so hard to. It's also so hard, you know, how many quotes are real, you know? Half the time
Yeah.
you hear a quote,
Well, I
it's
thought
like,
it was
oh,
his
yeah, that's
book.
bullshit.
Or
I don't
maybe-
know.
I
I
don't
don't know.
It was like Abraham
It was a
Lincoln said
ghostwriter.
is, don't believe everything you hear on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I read a quote about that once.
Yeah, would know.
But the thing about Trump is like it's all recorded. You can just go up and it's like, you know, things Trump has lied about. And you just go through, like, you know, you're like, he gets away with it though. How does he do it?
Because
You
he
know?
points over at that guy, and then everyone starts looking at him for
I
some
know.
reason. It always happens.
That's why the FBI's turning inside out. It's because he pointed his finger over there. Didn't
The
he?
Yeah.
FBI was like, hey, wait a minute, I think you're doing something, Trump. And then he's like, no, you're doing something. And now the FBI's in shambles.
It's so weird. It's so funny though. Like there's like a There's a weird comedy to it all. You know, like, you hit that point in your life when you're like, when you go from a child to an adult, and you think, well, when I'm an adult, like the other grown-ups, I'll know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then you get to the point in your life where you're like, holy shit,
I'm an adult.
no one knows what they're doing. Like, my parents were guessing.
They just winging
Yeah.
it.
They winged it.
Like,
Because I get to the point like, when will I know what I'm doing? You know? And I think like, holy shit. Oh, I think of all the moments where I think, oh no, they are the ultimate authority. They know. Like, no one knows anything. No one knows shit. You know?
no, the most they have is the experience they went through when they grew up.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. And they had people that didn't know anything telling them that they knew better.
Yeah.
So we just have this like endless circle of people just winging it and making some kind of structure out of chaos. I love it.
It's weird, like, you know, back in the day, for your satirists, you'd have like George Orwell or Jonathan Swift. They would make these like novels, but now a lot of them are like political comedians
Yeah.
with like your Daily Show and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's different.
Yeah.
Can't find it.
Nope.
That's all right.
It wasn't meant to be.
It's so funny. They all have the exact. And
That was
and
terrible,
what,
Calvin.
What was great? It was like the same camera angle. It was all from the side.
Yeah.
They're all like, you know, what I mean, like right before they speak into the mic,
Sure.
and like all their wives are looking at them like this. You know. Oh, so
Yeah.
So I would like to talk about wrestling for a moment.
do it.
Oh, didn't we already do that? You said McMahon. Let's move on.
I did. It was a segue, but you kept talking. So one of my favorite stories in forever has been this whole Ric Flair suing the WWE thing.
Okay, you told us about it, but I don't know if you said it on.
I can't
I
remember
haven't.
it at
Yeah.
all.
It's the best thing ever. So it's been like a year, maybe. It's been a while. But there's this female wrestler called Becky Lynch. And she started calling herself the Man. Like that's her gimmick, right?
Yes.
As soon as I watched this angle, the first thing I thought was, oh, that's interesting. Because Charlotte Flair is also in the WWE.
Yeah.
And that's Ric Flair's daughter. And
Yeah.
Ric Flair, if you want to beat the man, if you want to be the man, you got to beat
Beat the man. He's the man.
He is the man.
Yeah.
So I figured, oh, they're going to start this feud,
Gotcha.
like between the two of them, and obviously they've gotten Flair's permission for this because he is the man in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
So he's been talking to them for a while, telling them like he has it trademarked and that they should be paying him, you know,
To do
Yeah.
sales or whatever.
Yeah.
Finally, they said no, and he went to TMZ's, filed a lawsuit
Yeah.
to sue them. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because in the 90s, there was a wrestler called Stan the Man Stasiak,
Okay.
and Flair never sued him.
Yeah.
And if you don't, like, protect your trademarks or whatever,
You can lose it. Yeah.
you can lose it. So it'll be really curious to see how it is. But I just love the idea of, like, Ric Flair, who's, what, like 80 years old now?
Yeah.
Or something like that, just coming out and challenging this young,
Yeah.
fit wrestler woman. They're like, you're the man. You want to be the man? You got to beat the man.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
And then alternatively, I would also like to see the headline: Ric Flair proves in open court he is still the man.
Exactly.
Like a judge has ruled. Yes, he is the man.
See, I could see them
You have to pay
like
him.
I could see a story being made where like he's like, you know, putting his daughter in there as like you want to be the man, you got to beat the man,
Yeah.
and you know you pass it on to his daughter somehow or something
Well,
along those lines.
And
you know,
in the interview he did with TMZ, he was like excited for it because it was going to be a storyline for his daughter. He's like, and I'm going to get paid, bitch.
He didn't.
He did.
Oh yeah, he did. I mean,
Yeah. But no, he's not getting paid. He's not happy about it.
yeah.
It's so funny, and I love it. I love Ric Flair.
Yeah. That's great.
You love
I
Ric
love Ric
Flair,
Flair.
so much that you love hearing stories about how he's getting screwed over.
I love the stories I
You
hear
got-
about Ric Flair and the ones I hear about Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love both those.
If you guys haven't seen it, there is a, it's called 30 for 30,
Mm-hmm.
like the ESPN documentaries. There's one on Ric Flair. That
Doesn't
is-
he appear in it and talks about himself? Is that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
seen
about
it.
him, and he's like
It
in
is
it.
incredibly entertaining,
It is incredibly entertaining,
even if you know nothing about
but
it.
also very sad as well.
Yeah, no, it's sad, but it's like, man, that guy lived a life.
He did.
You know, on the road or whatever.
He still does. That's why he still needs
I know,
all this money.
exactly, he still
because
does.
he's broke.
Yeah.
How's he broke?
Huh? He lives like Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He's
Yeah.
the man, Shane.
Which one threw the ticket out the window? Was that Ric Flair or Vince McMahon?
Which ticket?
Like you got a speeding ticket
McMahon.
and
Vince-
threw it out
yeah.
the window.
Yeah.
you guys. I mean, you guys might have heard the story because it was just everywhere. It's a football story. There's this guy, he's a football player. He's one of the most amazing receivers in the modern NFL. We played for the Oakland Raiders, where he was contracted there to play. And this summer, he did all this crazy shit. There's this fiasco about his helmet that the NFL wouldn't let him wear. He got arguments with management. He was like posting this shit online for people to see. And in California, you're not even allowed to record a conversation at all unless the other person knows for anything, not just for legal stuff.
It's a two-party state.
Two-party.
Yeah. So, and he broke all those rules, and eventually he got released from his contract. Okay, so he was supposed to get paid $30 million. And then he goes to the New England Patriots, the greatest football dynasty of all time. All right, and they're still, like, great. And he goes over there, and they just have enough to pay him $30 million. Mm-hmm. There's a huge conspiracy that, like, because he was just saying this wild shit. So people are saying, like, dude, he definitely was trying to get kicked off. And he had this deal under the table with the Patriots, like, hey, I'm going to get kicked off. I'm going to do anything I can to get kicked out off my contract. Mm-hmm. And you guys need to hire me and pay me the $30 million.
Yeah.
And he's denying it. Everyone's denying it. But it seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Seems pretty.
Like, I just watched this thing where
pretty suspect.
His sports agent, I can't remember his name is, but he also represented, like, Gronkowski. He would just say, no, the absolute truth is sometimes these relationships go bad. And, I mean, he might not have gone to the New England Patriots. We were looking at other teams, but it just so happened it was a good fit for us. And he's lying to his teeth.
They should have paid him like a little less. You know?
Yeah, I guess he didn't want a little less.
Yeah.
I get you,
it's
but
like Skyler paying off.
Well,
Ted.
like it's not
the
like
idea that he was there and lost that contract of $30 million. It's like, well, we'll pick you up, but we can only give you 25.
Well, the idea is like,
and if there's no under the table contract, then there's no reason they should have just said it. It should be $25.
Well, the money is coming from all these different sources. Like, like part of it is like what the team's playing, a part of it's like I can't remember what it's called, but basically the team has option to pay him this much or not that much. So it's like $20 million, and then the team has an option to pay him 10 if he fulfills like certain obligations. So it's like one of those things, like, okay, we want to prove that you're not crazy because you did some crazy shit to get kicked out. Like like when, like he posted a video on Instagram when he got fired, and he just running through his yard, go woohoo! And he's calling his grandma, "Grandma, I'm free, baby!" And then like these guys these sports analysts on ESPN just like watching it with the most serious look on their face, like this guy's a 31-year-old man. He's acting like a little kid. He's acting like a damn fool. But yeah, now he's like the greatest receiver in the modern NFL, and he's playing with the greatest quarterback in history. So, but it's kind of scummy if he just
Joe Montana.
It's kind of scummy, like if the idea that a player can have so much power that he can get himself kicked off of a team and not fulfilling his obligation and his duty. You know what I mean? So there's a talk like, should a player have that much power to do that? Which I don't know if he should. I mean, I like New England, but I don't want a player to be able to fucking do that and get kicked off just so he can.
But it's not like he gets to keep the money, right?
No, he doesn't. But the idea is like they were probably illegally negotiating because you can't like start talking to other teams like when you're contracted. You know what I mean? So he's probably doing underneath the table. And
well, you're supposed to be an agent, and like
after a certain time,
you're being bid on, and then you accept a contract, and then you have that contract.
Yeah, but then you can't talk to other teams.
Yeah,
like,
you're not supposed to.
You have to
unless
like
you're a free agent.
Yeah, and you get permission. It has to be after a certain time. Like, it has to be like 4:01 p.m., not a minute earlier.
Yeah.
So like. When LeBron was a free agent, people were wondering what he was going to do. But like Magic Johnson, who at the time was a GM for the Lakers, or the president of basketball operations, he went in a limousine, waited outside of LeBron's house, walked up this door at 4 o'clock. At a 4:01, he knocked. There's all these cameras and everything to make sure he did it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just pretty crazy that he forced his way out. He's doing all this crazy shit. It reminded me of that episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Will was trying to get fired. But he was trying to get fired so he can keep his money. This guy was trying to get fired because, like, in the NFL, like, when a team has you, they have you. You can't do anything, can't go anywhere.
So my favorite story like that is Brian Pillman, who was a wrestler in WCW. And they let him, not out of his contract, but while he was still contracted for WCW, they let him wrestle for ECW for a storyline where he was going to do, like, a mini invasion over there, be this crazy character, and then come back.
Okay.
And when his contract went out, like, he kept telling them, yep, that's going to be the plan, that's going to be the plan. But his contract ran out, and he just stayed in ECW.
ECW.
Yeah. And just nice.
So was he making like more money over there or something like that? Did he like his coworkers more?
Well,
is that the reason he stayed, or did he just
mainly for like storyline reasons?
Okay.
Like he liked his character and the way his character story was going better in ECW.
And to go back and
fair.
do whatever.
Yeah.
And then eventually he went to WWF. And then he died. which is a real shame.
Well, any other things sent from the podcast suggestions, Rick?
Nope. That is, I think, all I have. So we can go over to redemptions and bits and so forth. I have quite a few of those, some of them with questions.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start out with Ryan Whittleston, who has resubscribed for a year. Who's a full year.
Thank you for the whole year of subbing.
Thank you,
you.
sir. We appreciate it. It's a great way to support us. So thank you. Thank you.
12 months. That's incredible. Thank you.
Garrick Loran with 25 months at tier 2.
God damn.
Thank you.
Thank you,
25
Garrick
months.
Loran.
Thank you, Garrick.
Thank you,
Loran.
sir.
Got to start making new icons.
Yeah, I know.
Star Killer 100 is resubscribed for 11 months. Been a tough summer. Thank you so much for having an amazing channel and community to keep me sane. Thank you, Star Killer.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Star
Thank
Killer.
you.
Thank you
For not
for
going
for you.
insane.
Killer.
Watching us.
Tavido has subscribed for 2 months.
Thank you,
Thank
Tavito.
Tavito. Thank you.
Thank you.
2 months. Appreciate it, dude.
Top screen 100 bits.
Yep.
The usual.
And just a reminder, everyone stick around because Shane and I are going to be doing Gears of War 3 directly
Yeah.
after this.
Hell yeah.
I figure I won't even stop the stream. I'll probably just pause it unless you have something you need to do.
I gotta poop, but other than that,
Very good.
Okay.
okay.
It might be a restart then, just to separate them.
But stay in chat.
Yes.
Stay in chat, yo.
You'll be getting those bucks.
Pasty Face has resubscribed for 21 months.
Thank you, Pasty
Aw.
Face.
Thank you.
Such a good
Pasters, thank
face.
you.
Shrek Medic 200 bits. Shane, the return of Bon Iver to Chuck is getting hype. Also, season 3 hype.
Yes! It's coming, that moment.
All right.
Helding 200 bits. Weekly loving.
Thank you, Hilding.
Thank you,
For the weekly
Hilding.
loving.
Appreciate it. We
Dickus.
love you.
Yes. Dickus Bickus resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dickus.
Thank you,
Or
Diggus.
Diggus.
Bickus Dig.
Bickus.
Dick.
Crimson cheered 5 bits. I got a story about 3.5 months ago. My aunt went outside to smoke. She was going down the stairs. She got to the second step. Foot turns wrong. Finds out she broke her foot in 3 places. So it's been almost 4 months now. She's going to the doctor next Friday, hopefully
Damn.
to be fully healed.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
terrible.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be a skunk story or something.
Well, I thought
I
she
thought
was
it
going
was
to fall,
too.
and then as she was there trying to get up, the skunk.
Skunk.
got her.
I thought it was going to be a
Right in the
skunk
face.
story, too.
We wish her the best, Crimson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another 5 bits. Hey guys, it's been a while. I'm finally able to cheer. And just my favorite moment of the week, I got a new laptop that I'm watching the podcast on.
Oh,
sweet.
Oh, cool.
Who was
Thanks.
that? Crimson.
Crimson.
Sweet.
Awesome. Man.
Congratulations.
I need to get a new laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, my keyboard doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
I have
M-
to carry around another keyboard and put on top of that keyboard.
If you let me take it apart, I might be able to fix it.
I have 2 laptops I need to look at and try to.
Yeah.
Put together.
Calvin, you took apart the computer downstairs, ruined everything.
I didn't ruin it. It is better now.
It is better.
You got better.
Damn it.
M. Marshy resubscribed for 3 months.
Thank you,
Thank
M.
you.
Marshy.
3 months.
Thank
Marshy.
you.
Crimson, 5 bits. Rick and Shane, since Xenoblade Chronicles is coming out on the Switch in 2020, would you stream it, Rick? And are you guys excited about it? I'm excited about it. Now I'm going to wait till that comes out before I play the second one. So I was
Yeah.
going to start playing the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
Now I'm
Yeah.
just going to wait.
Yes.
So,
I
is
don't know if I'll
Encino Blade what you cut Encino Man with?
No, not it's Xeno.
Xeno
Xeno.
Xeno.
with an X.
Gotcha.
I
Misheard
don't
you.
know that I'll stream it. I don't know that I'll ever stream 100 plus hour RPG again. Like a 100
Yeah,
plus hour RPG.
It's rough.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Kingdom,
lot of sessions.
Kingdom Hearts took me a while, and that one isn't nearly as long as like The Witcher.
Yeah.
Like World of Warcraft, I stream like once in a while, but it's not like story based where it's like, all right, guys, I'm almost done with this game. I can just like, all right, guys, we're done with WoW now. We're gonna do something else.
So like I really want to play Persona 5, but it's another 100 hours.
yeah, they
so-
take a while. And then you're like, man, I kind of want to switch to something else to stream, but it's tricky.
It is Ian A.
Doom's good though. Do Doom.
The new one's not out yet, is
And
it?
I don't know, Rick. Just move on.
All right. Ian93 resubscribed for 20 months. Not sure why, but it won't let me redeem slaps, saying I don't have enough. But I have about 20,000. Any idea why? Also, 20 great months sub to Twitch Blind Wave.
See, the benefit of having half
Well-
sub cost on subs this month is also redemptions are like
Twice.
I have no
they're
idea.
more than twice.
No
if he
idea.
has
No,
20,000.
It's interesting because when I look at it here, he has 6 slaps. 5 slaps. But when I look at it in like the actual store for like who they're for, 0.
Huh.
So I don't know.
So what should we do?
Maybe
Play it safe.
like Stream Elements isn't working.
How much money does he have?
Maybe we should play it safe
I don't
one.
know. I'll have to check it.
Like
but
blind way bucks, Calvin, not like give me $1 money.
before I do that, Night,
That's what you meant.
No, I wasn't like donate some real money. We'll slap people.
Night Owl Lenny cheered 200 bits. Hope you guys enjoyed the donuts and the pizza.
Yay!
Yep.
Thank you, Lenny.
Yeah, thank
Shout
you.
out to Baba for helping with the donuts. Also, Aramaic/Andrew says hi. He is busy, so he missed the stream, unfortunately.
That red
Aw.
bastard.
Right,
Sorry,
just
Aramaic.
scared.
Thank you, Lenny. Thank you to
He's-
Baba.
he's been super
and
busy
hello,
lately.
Aramaic.
Hi,
Yeah.
Aramaic.
Hello.
It's good seeing you last week, Aramaic.
Good choice going with McHappy's, by the way. So
Yeah.
I love their donuts.
I would say they have the best donuts
Dude,
in the
McHappy's
area.
over in Belpre is open 24 hours a day, and our graduating class used to go see movies, and then we go to McHappy's and like chill there and talk about the movie because they were open, and
That place-
we would see a midnight release, and then we'd go there and chill, eat donuts, and talk.
That place has got to be a front. There's no way they have enough business to support being open
Rick,
24
just
hours
let
a
it
day.
go.
It's Belpre.
Just let it go.
Don't ruin this, Rick.
All right.
They're also a hub. Do you see how big they are? They must make donuts and ship them out.
I know. It's so huge. It doesn't make
Well,
any
they-
sense.
I don't think they
Dude,
make
I went to Papa John's the other day,
Yep.
and when I was leaving, I drove by it. I was waiting on pizza. I drove by.
Yeah.
And an hour later, I came back to get the pizza because it was finally done and ordered and everything.
Gotcha.
And there was a whole time there was a Papa John's truck just sitting outside. And then when I went inside, they had this tall thing of dough that they just taken in the truck. And I'm like, why the hell are they make this dough here? They're
They
taking it in the truck. What are they doing?
No, they don't make the dough there. They make their dough in a central regional location. A lot of it all day, every day. Ship it out every single day.
Yeah, but they were taking it from the store to the truck.
Maybe another store
It
needed
probably
it.
was empty.
They weren't. I saw the dough in it.
Well, then it was old dough because it only lasts for like 48 hours.
Like they were taking it away
Yeah.
and gonna
They might
Yeah, because
dispose
they
of
have
it.
to go. They go back and they keep a track of the temperature of it. And if it gets a certain temperature, they have to take it away.
But I was just like, I would understand if the dough was coming in, but this is dough
Yeah.
going out. I'm like, are they
Yeah.
making the dough here and shipping it out?
No, they
Why
don't
would they make it
dough
here?
there.
Sometimes they'll move it between stores. Like
They do
if-
that too.
If
Yeah.
one store gets a lot of business.
I did that for Little
But-
Caesars once, where like they had no dough, so
Dough
we made
boys.
extra dough, ship it to them.
We did a lot of Doughboys.
So,
Dough, yeah, but Doughboys made it there.
Yeah.
but I was just,
It was terrible.
I was so confused.
made dough every day.
I remember.
For
I
years.
remember you making
Wait,
dough.
Papa John's doesn't make their own dough in house. They just make pizzas,
No, they make the dough at a regional location.
but not in house.
Not
Yeah.
in
It's
the
shipped
building.
to-
Not in that house.
They don't make the dough.
Like Little Caesars makes their dough every
Yeah.
morning.
Oh yeah, good for them.
Like that's
still do that?
crazy.
But it's not
Yeah,
as
they do.
fresh as Papa John's.
The problem is they need
It's also-
more storage space
Yeah.
for all these fresh ingredients.
And they don't have to have space to like have a whole bar machine or anything. Like
Yeah.
it still gets made every single day. It's still fresh every single day. They just have a truck that takes it around every single day.
Just crazy.
Yeah,
Like I've worked at Little Caesars, made dough every day. You work at Papa John's, didn't have to make any dough. It's ridiculous.
I know. The worst days were like if there was something wrong with one of the other stores. I'm like, hey, I need you to make 7 batches of dough for tomorrow at another store that you're not even gonna work. You know. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you can do that real quick. Thanks, buddy.
God bless his uncle.
Kenny Dreads gifted a sub.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank
Kenny.
you, and congrats
you,
to
Kenny.
whoever got a sub.
I'm gonna butcher this one. A. Dale Garrison has subscribed.
Okay, thank you, Grayson.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know what the name is though.
Man, 2 hard ones in a row.
What?
Fazic Z gifted 5 subs. So
5
thank
subs.
you, Fazic Z.
Thank you, Fazic.
Splatoony Looney with
Is
100
that
bits.
Phase X
It's Fazic Z.
I think it's fake.
or fakes?
Fakes.
Fake
it's,
Z.
It's probably fakes.
Fakes.
Thank you,
PHAYK Z.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Splatoony Looney 100 bits.
Splatoony loony.
you.
Thank you.
We're Splatoony. We're loony.
We're all a little loony.
G. Paul subscribed.
Thank you, G.
Thank you, G.
Paul.
Paul.
Thank you.
Hilding 50 bits. I was too young to remember 9/11 because I was 3 years old.
Wow.
And I'm from Sweden.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we didn't get the news directly, I
Sure.
believe.
Yeah.
But I remember my dad told me just a couple of years ago that when he saw the news, he was afraid that a new world war would begin.
Yeah.
A lot of people were.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people like it was like Eric was saying too during. It's like, what does this mean? Like, what happens next?
Yeah.
Like, why did this happen, and where does it go from here?
I mean,
So.
I remember like my art teacher like watching and crying as the first building fell, you know, and being like, "This is happening. This isn't a movie. This is real," you know. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Crimson resubscribed for 5 months. Hey guys, here you go. It's 5 months. My aunt let me sub. Can't believe that this 5 months. I can't wait to see what anime you guys are going to react to next. Love you guys.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you very
Crimson.
much, Crimson.
Thank you, man.
It's awesome.
Hilding 97, 50 bits. I remember the terrible massacre on the Norwegian island of Utoya.
Okay.
Man, that was a damn tragedy made by crazy asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know that one,
Not
but
familiar
that's
with that.
terrible.
I think I've heard of that one before, but I don't know any of the circumstances.
Crimson, 20 bits. Questions? Have you guys heard of the Retro Replay YouTube channel that Troy Baker and Nolan North, the voice actors for Uncharted 4? That's a weird sentence. Question: have any of you guys heard of Retro Replay, the YouTube channel that Troy Baker and Nolan North, the voice actors for Uncharted 4, which I think is supposed to be a
So have we
sentence.
heard of that? No, I don't think so.
I have
Yeah,
not
never
no.
heard of it. I mean,
No.
I definitely know those guys. but-
I've heard of the channel, but I didn't know it was related to any of that.
Yeah, I had
And-
no idea. I love those guys though.
And Rick, would you want to catch up for the new, I assume, Star Wars trilogy? And thank you for the Harry Potter commentary. I'm loving them.
Awesome.
Yes, I would like to.
Mhm.
I think in the next reaction poll is going to be episode 7.
Yeah,
for Star
tomorrow, you guys are hearing it first, but tomorrow, the poll going up tomorrow, we'll have episode 7 as a reaction.
That'll be
poll
my
segment.
first time seeing it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick's
So
been
vote.
good,
If you
And
want it.
and he's been staying away from spoilers.
amazingly,
Tomorrow is Friday the
think so.
movie. Or is it Saturday?
I think it's the reaction tomorrow.
Is it okay? I was thinking
Yeah.
Saturdays was the movie releases. Was it
I
Fridays?
don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's Saturday.
I think it, yeah, I think it's 2 days from now.
Maybe it
Yeah.
is. Next
Well-
reaction one will have Star Wars in it.
If you're seeing this on YouTube, then
Just
it's
continue,
tomorrow.
Yes, continue. Crimson gave another 100 bits. You got to start putting punctuation in these.
Thank you, Crimson.
Hey guys, I was able to buy some bits. Want to say thank you for all the enjoyment you guys gave me for the last 5 years. Maybe this will convince you to either do JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Garen Lagann, 2 of my favorite anime. And Aaron, you are my favorite, and it's okay, my friend. Give me shit about my hair too.
Oh, his friends giving a shit about it. Okay, well, good. We're not good about that. I'm sorry. It's a terrible thing.
Good that I'm your favorite. Good that I'm your favorite.
Good that I'm your favorite. Sure. And then the other thing too is like Mob Psycho's ending soon, so make sure you're on. You're checking out Patreon because we'll have a video up when we have a new poll.
Yep.
To cover that slot.
Yep.
Which maybe you'll get to vote on a show that you want.
Maybe.
Alex P, 300 bits. Have a great heading to work. Have a great podcast, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you,
I
Alex.
hope you are enjoying work.
Dip resubscribed at tier 2 for 20 months.
Chip.
4 more months to 2 full years. Oh, how time flies. Keep up the awesome work. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very
We
much.
will do our best.
Monkey D134 has subscribed,
Dude, I love a monkey
Thank you.
name.
Thank you, Monkey
which
D.
I think is a
One Piece reference? Yeah.
Oh, is it? Or
Monkey D. Luffy.
yeah.
maybe Monkey D.
Okay.
Fastest fool with 100 bits. Come on, Eric, you have to tell us, what does the bird look like?
Rick, what was that noise you made?
I have no idea. I've never seen it. I've only heard it. If there was more information, I'll tell you. But I haven't seen it since last time I talked about it
Looking
or heard it. I
forward,
should say.
looking forward to hearing from Shane about the details for the Gus card.
Yes, I'll
Yep.
get back to you soon, man.
Took an arrow to the knee. Cheered 100 bits.
Thank
to
you.
Melanie for her reaction to the Haunting of Hill House was priceless.
Hope you guys are enjoying that.
Just wanted to ask, any plan for the rest of the crew to join the reaction? Love you guys.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
I also don't think that it would be, especially if you're enjoying Melanie's reaction, I don't think it would be as good if you had everyone there. So, but no, her and I are going to be continuing through, and we should have it all wrapped up by Halloween, which will be fun.
Yeah.
and for those kind of shows, it's the sort of thing where, like, you and Melanie are doing it because it was never going to happen otherwise.
Yeah, I mean,
Sort of
it wasn't a thing that was high on our list to have the whole crew react to. So it was something that, like, it was on the WaveCon thing where, like, if, hey, instead of us doing the boys, which you're doing, maybe all of us could have done that.
Yeah.
But it didn't win. So I'm like, well, I still want to do this with Melanie. I'd love to do it for, like, October coming. So we're going to do that. But it didn't really fit into our schedules for everyone to do it.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully everyone's enjoying it. I know some people were like, Jesus, someone's going to die. But no, Melanie, she does not handle suspense. Some of the scary stuff doesn't bother her. It's the build up to the scary stuff.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I mean, because I know her, like I know that's real. But there's been a couple comments people being like, why she acting like that, like trying to get views? I'm like, no, you don't
No,
understand.
that
That's
is
low key
real.
compared to like
That
when
is
she's
pretty low key.
around a balloon.
Yeah.
We
If
were-
there's a balloon in the house with her.
She just finished Stranger Things 2,
Sure.
and like she was on the final episode of that. And even during, like, I was streaming WoW Monday,
Yeah.
and she was watching it behind me, and you hear, like,
Yeah.
guys, if you hear any noises, I'm sorry, but Melanie's watching Stranger Things
Yeah.
right now, so she's getting a little spooked out.
That's
So, like, she's
all-
like throwing the covers over her face. She can't
Yeah.
watch. She looks back and peeks around him again. She's like, oh my god, like, it's just that's how she is, and it's.
Yep.
She doesn't like clowns either, right?
She didn't care about clowns. She doesn't like clowns that are making balloon animals.
I was gonna say, it would probably not.
No,
be
I want to
okay
take
for
her to see it. I thought about like, man, we should do
Don't
because
just watch it when
we've
it
all
comes
seen
out.
it.
Yeah.
We should do a reaction for it, and then do a reaction for it too. Who like which one of us haven't seen it? Who saw it?
I
haven't.
Two saw
You
it.
two?
Yeah.
I
Like
haven't
us three
seen
and Melanie could watch it too.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Rick on a
You
date.
know,
Yeah.
like she could watch it one, do a reaction to that one, and then we do the it two one. But no, like the scary movie stuff, just it's the suspense build up. She's okay with blood, gore, fucking needles, all that kind of stuff.
all the
but-
stuff that you're not okay with.
But if she knows that there's something out there coming, but she can't see it yet, that's
Yeah.
what scares her.
Interesting.
Is where it could be.
So I had an interesting reaction. So when she gets scared, sometimes she laughs, or at least like she did during the haunted house we went to, right?
Well,
she
yeah,
did laugh
I
a
guess so.
lot
Yeah,
there.
but she was like, I think she was like trying to have fun, and she was like crying.
yeah, she was crying a little bit.
Yeah. So
But I had an interesting thing. I went to go see my dad in the hospital, and he was in a lot of pain. And I'd never seen my dad in pain before.
It's a sobering experience.
It's a sobering experience, but I wanted to laugh. Like, it really, like, bothered me.
No, I understand.
And, like, I was tearing up. But, like, I had to hold back a laugh for some
Yeah.
reason. And I don't know why a laugh was, like, coming.
Like Asian kids.
It was
It's like
weird.
it's like a nervous response.
when I'm
I
in
mean,
my
it's just a bodily response.
Yeah, it happens
Yeah.
to a lot of people.
Happens to me all the time.
sometimes
reactions.
when I like if I'm in like a lot of pain, I'm not like going I'm laughing instead.
Yeah.
So like that's when Melanie knows like something really hurts me is when like I'm hurt and now I'm laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that usually like I'm like really in pain.
What's really bad is when you get that weird pain like in your ribs. You start laughing.
Yeah.
That's
And then you
because
start-
I was laughing.
It's a great
Then
cycle.
you start actually hurting, and then you start laughing from the hurting.
It's so terrible. I tell these great jokes and I hurt myself, and it's a terrible cycle where I'm like, maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't tell these jokes. They're so
I mean,
good.
you're
but
sacrificing yourself.
I
That's a
am.
good
for
instinct.
us.
I
That's a good
am for
instinct.
you guys to have fun. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm such a good friend.
What's the next thing?
Let's see. The next thing is from G. Paul. He tipped $5. I've been a $10 patron for most of the year, and man, that $250 tier is calling my name.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I love
Paul.
supporting you guys because you give me so much without even knowing it.
Well, thank
Well,
you.
thank you very
We-
much, G.
we,
Paul.
we certainly appreciate it, man.
And we should
Definitely.
we always want to thank Keyboard Junkie for being the right now he's the only person at that tier.
Yeah.
He's been like that for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, Keyboard Junkie.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
very much. It is appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and thank you to everyone who supports on Patreon. We appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely.
Chris Fizz, 100 bits. At what time do you think you guys will react to Titans for Q&A?
Let's see. So we usually get here between like a 9 or so. So we'll probably try to start Titans like 9:30 or 10. So you guys got to make sure you're watching it as soon as you can and get your questions in. And then we do the Q&A after our discussion. So you probably still have like a half hour even after that. But yeah, we'll probably start like at 10 and stop watching around 11 and then maybe get into Q&As around
Yeah.
11:25 or
It's
so.
a pretty tight frame. Like
Yeah.
usually these things air like
Yeah.
the evening before,
Yeah.
and then we're filming them the next day. Or in some cases, like we film it like on a weekend or Monday, so there's a few days there. But this is like it's coming out like that day and that morning and stuff. So there's not a ton of time to be able to watch it.
We definitely realize that it's a lot tighter this time, so we'll definitely try to get as many poll responses in too.
Yeah, and there's also if you have like some kind of semi-generic questions about the show that aren't like specific show episode kind of questions, we can talk about those too, or maybe we can try to squeeze in some stuff if they're still relevant from like the last episode that
Yeah.
maybe came through. So we'll be looking for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make sure that you're putting those questions in before, 11 o'clock?
As close as just as soon as possible.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Eastern.
And finally, Birdshot19 has subscribed.
Thank you, Birdshot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Birdshot, thank you very much, man.
I just remembered too. There was another thing I really wanted to mention was that this past Sunday, there's a wave rider and a mod, Josh, and he has a weekly D&D campaign he's been running with like some other wave riders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I guessed on his stream Sunday and was a character for their D&D campaign. Which is
Okay,
really cool.
sweet.
I got to play as a turtle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is a turtle. He was so fun. I voiced him in a turtly way. I thought.
Is that not turtly enough for the turtle club?
No, not that.
You
It's
like
like
talk slow, like
No,
Eeyore.
I've only seen the ad for that. I haven't actually seen the movie.
I
We,
guess I'll leave.
I don't know if we want to say it. We do have a slight announcement for our D&D campaign if we want to bring that out too. Or we can save it. What do you guys think?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Do you know?
I don't know.
But you're in charge. You should know. You know what I'm talking about, Aaron?
Yeah, I do. Say it. Just
Maybe,
say it.
maybe we won't say it. Maybe we'll save it. I don't know.
Okay.
Aaron has that look on his face where he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Eric."
I think what it was.
I was
No.
giving you that look.
Well, I was
you don't know what it is?
I was still finishing my D&D
I know
thing.
what it is.
And I was gonna say, make sure you guys check out Josh 902 over
Yes,
at Twitch. But
check out
instead,
Josh.
you interrupted the whole thing.
Well,
Josh,
Josh,
Check out Josh.
Josh 902
I might be on there this
Twitch.
Sunday as well because we didn't get to finish the storyline of that either. So, Josh 902 on Twitch. It's a fun D&D campaign. There's some Wave Riders there, and no, it was a really fun story. It was a prison break.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
So we were like
Okay.
stuck in prison, and I was in a jail cell too, and
Love Prison Breaks.
it was all of us trying to escape and get out, and it was really
Alright.
fun. One of my
Cool.
favorite parts was that they didn't know it, so it was a surprise to them.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was talking to me in Discord DMs, and he was like asking me things I wanted to do, and then they had like this little like eyeball creature thing that they could see through, like a little familiar.
Yeah.
So like they're like, you see this, and he's telling them what they see, and what he's telling them that they see is the things that I'm talking to him in our chat with.
Nice.
So it was
Nice.
cool to see like the two sides of, even though they had no idea what was going on, they thought it was just some character he was.
That's cool.
So that was really fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So it was a fun little, it was a fun stream. It was a fun run, and I think the conclusion of all that will be this Sunday, which I think is the end of like their arc.
What
Okay,
time?
sweet.
They start at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday.
Okay.
Nice.
For Josh 902
Hashtag burger time.
Burger Time.
Well, just so people don't freak out, our announcement wasn't "we're done." Something else.
Pull the plug.
Done with it.
We got tired of it.
All right. So I've got some redemptions. One from Night Owl Lenny, Shane, Slap Aaron.
Okay. Let's see it.
Approved.
Thank you for the donuts, and thank you for this.
Thank you.
This is the dessert.
This is the dessert.
I should take
Did she give a reason, or she was just like,
preemptive like
No,
that happened?
That's it. That's all I got.
I got a headache too.
I've been rubbing my back. I took my headset off. It's like killing me right here. Yeah.
"Yeah, help him first, and then slap him."
I have a
Help
headache.
him, slap him.
I have a headache too.
Well, I'll help after your
In
slap.
case you don't want hit.
Huh? I don't know. Just slap me.
Probably my face or head area.
Here, hang on.
What are you
No,
doing?
no, no. I want the mic close so you hear the slap.
Oh, that's a
What?
good idea.
Not that close.
Yeah.
Put it,
You
put it
got
back.
this one
no,
right
you
here.
got it.
This is good. This is great.
I guess.
Oh my God!
That was loud.
Jesus.
That's so good.
I didn't hit him that hard.
Sorry for
Did you? I couldn't tell because it was so loud.
It was very
I
loud.
whipped the DM. I didn't. There wasn't like.
Was it hard, Aaron? It looked hard.
Well, you can work out that pain with some squats,
I
Aaron.
mean, he's not
Okay.
laughing.
Crimson,
Yes, it didn't hurt that bad.
Crimson for Aaron for not reacting to the two Kingdom Hearts Remind DLC trailers.
No, I'm gonna
Yeah,
play him.
That's gonna really.
I'm gonna.
that's gonna
I'm gonna
really
react in the
get him.
gameplay.
Yeah.
From here to push down.
Being punished.
Yeah.
Ah.
Better stream.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. But don't go
Yep.
away because Shane and I are going to be starting Gears of War 3 co-op stream.
Yeah.
Woo!
Are you even
I'll be
awake?
fr-
I
I'll be
can't
fresh.
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
remember.
I get sued.
Gears of War 3 co-op stream. Shane and I. It's a blind playthrough for me. It's going to be amazing. It's been a fun ride so far. You're not going to want to miss it. So be
Aaron.
sure that you
I hate that so much.
stick around. It's like the camera knew. Was
Don't
trying to go
what
out of focus.
Robin Williams did to Philip Seymour Hoffman and Patch Adams. You're making his effort a joke.
So I am a good doctor.
I lost count.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
That was close.
Bye bye.
but I can't make her eat. That's a good movie. Patch Adams, put down a poll.
Bye.